And we are live. Welcome, everybody, to the USDN, where we are for the people, by the people, and of the people. Here at USDN, we try to bring you all the latest news and rumors from around the world of nerds, and we try to bring it all right here into USDN, into one happy little place for you. As always, if it is a rumor, we'll hit you with a rumor alert before hitting it with the seal of approval later when we prove it true. It's still a new year. I haven't figured out all my buttons yet.
It's a trap!
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like that new intro. Big props to our guy Kelvin for rocking that out for me.
Come on with that beat, bro.
I know, right?
No, dude, I was grooving from the time it starts till after it finishes.
Come back from the break and all you see is
Yeah.
That's how you know it's funky.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have two of the members of the Council of Nerds with me. I have Mac, aka your boy, and Gibbs, the Mendo Aide. Appreciate y'all coming on. Yeah. Appreciate y'all coming on and helping me close out 2023 because I don't think we can move on into 2024 properly without really talking about 2023. And honestly, 2023 gave us some good stuff in the nerd department. And we're going to take a little bit of time and discuss all that stuff.
Can't wait.
So we'll just jump right on into it, man. Let's hit some movies. How about that?
Let's do it.
EJ, we see you out there. Appreciate you.
Good, EJ.
Hey, what's up, E?
All right, let's roll in. So movies this year, I'm gonna throw some out there for y'all. So we had Oppenheimer come out in 2023, which gave us the Barbieheimer that they were calling it. When Barbie came out. Hey, they sold like double tickets to both, man. Like matinee style.
Why you tripping? Barbie is $1 billion movie.
I know. It hit $1 billion.
I'm not shocked anymore. Like when Mario did what it did, you could tell they're just cashing in on, I don't want to say the nostalgia factor of the kids that grew up with these properties are now the people working and making money. But I think Hollywood knows what the fuck they're doing right about now.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt. I haven't seen either one yet. I'll get to it eventually. As soon as they hit the streaming. I know Oppenheimer is hitting it like February 19th or something.
Yeah.
February 15th, something like that. Then I'm not sure about Barbie. I hadn't seen when it's hitting streaming services yet. Then we got one of my personal favorites, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I know Willie was all about that. I think he's seen it like 15 times.
At least.
At least.
Once in theaters. But when that thing came on Amazon Prime and it was like, for $20, you could, bro, I was on my phone at work downloading it for when I got home. Click. We in there.
It was over.
I know. As soon as it hit streaming, I got it. Sit down, watched the previous ones, and then watched it right afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah, we got the Mario Bros. 2. Hey, we're all deep down inside a little Barbie girl, all right?
Uh, uh, Barbie's on what is it? Max. It's on Max.
Is it on Max?
Yeah, I haven't watched it. My wife be on these pirate sites and stuff, so she watched it well before it was streaming legally.
Mhm.
Um, so I was just like, "Hey, Barbie's on Max." She was like, "I already saw it." It's like, all right, cool. I thought you might want to watch it in 4K or something, but it is what
Like,
it
nah, I got that Chinese movie theater cut.
is.
I watched it on one of my flights.
That's
I had
probably
to see what was up because the question came out, what was a better song, Peaches or I'm Just Ken? So I
Yep.
had to learn the context of I'm Just Ken.
Okay,
And at first I was like, Peaches, hands down, right? You're
right.
not going to get past Peaches.
I
Now,
had a
Facts.
once
poll
I
up.
found the
What is your
context of I'm Just Ken, it's
It
still
hit different.
Peaches, but it hits different. It
It
hits
does.
different.
I
The,
think
the,
on
the
the
whole
poll,
context of I'm Just Ken I'm gonna tell you something. I was surprised, very surprised about the Barbie movie, man. It was, I mean, it's pro girl, very
Mhm.
pro
of course,
girl,
it should be. It's Barbie.
but it has some elements about the dudes in there, and it makes a very good point about
Mhm.
how the Kens, they're nothing. They're nothing without Barbie. Ken, like they expressly said in the movie, Ken was like, I don't own nothing. I have nothing. He goes, you've got all of this and everything. He says, I have nothing. I'm just Ken.
Right.
I was like,
But
all
yeah,
right. I was
the
like, all right.
poll was up though,
Way to make a
and
point there.
Peaches did win the poll. I'm just leaving that out there. Peaches
Oh
did
yeah,
win the poll.
I voted for
It's like
Peaches,
Die Hard
but
is a
I just
Christmas movie, whether Willie likes it or not, because that poll was decided, and Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I mean, people fuck shit up a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I mean, we ain't always electing, the right motherfucker to run the country all the time. So, but I mean, just because the majority of people want to do some shit.
We're batting an over on that one for a while now. Yeah, Mario
Here we
Bros. I
go.
think it's gonna be that's a different show. That's a different show. But yeah,
Yeah.
EJ on here. He said Super Mario is gonna be a good franchise. I think they're working on Mario Kong is gonna be part 2 or something like that.
I thought it was introducing Yoshi. I thought it was gonna be more Yoshi focused, but maybe
Oh,
Yoshi's just gonna be
maybe.
a
I know I
sidekick.
seen something about Kong and Mario here recently.
Well, damn.
And Hollywood is our age now, so every Mattel commercial is now a movie. Yes. That's literally in writing. I think I posted that sometime late last year. See what else? Peaches is
Yeah.
fire, yeah.
Peaches was
Weird way to
fire.
admit that, Rob. Yes.
Another movie that cashed in kind of on. Well, there's a couple. One was the Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I think Transformers has run its course to
I do
me
too.
on the big screen. Um,
I think the new animated movie that's going to be coming out this year is going to be legit.
ah,
Mm.
But
ah,
that's a show for here in a couple of weeks.
yeah, it's the Rise of the Beast. I didn't watch it. I mean, I've watched movie reviews of it on YouTube, and like it seems like nobody's really like the whole purpose of bringing uh the what is it, manimals, or what do they call
Um,
the auto
The
the
shit.
the
see what I'm
I
saying?
forget what they're
Everybody,
called.
because the enemies are the Predacons, right?
Yeah.
The
Maximals,
Predacons
I
and the
think, right?
Maximals. The
Yeah.
Maximals. Yeah.
Maximals. Yeah, I mean they're bringing them on, and it's just like you're just adding these things on as a side thing to Optimus and Bumblebee and all this other stuff. Um, like I'm just over it at this point. Like if you're not going to stop it and kind of just do a reboot and kind of tell
It
more of the Transformer
easily. So they
story.
just rebooted the comic book when Skybound and Image took it over from IDW
Yeah.
earlier this year. I think if they're going to go that route, they pick up in the Energon universe before they ever left the planet.
That's what, like, I want to see Cybertron shit.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
supposedly the next Transformers
The
movie
animated movie that's coming out, I think,
is
is that.
it's going to be about Cybertron with Cybertron. With Rise of the Beast, I would say that the one thing that they did that they really did good, yes, is they brought in G.I. Joe
Yep.
at the end of Transformers.
So that's also in the
Um,
comic books too. They're calling it the Energon GI Joe universe. That's what they're
they
calling it.
can't
The
cut,
comic book.
they got to come up with something better than that.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm all for it. If anything has
yeah.
proved me
Michael Bay
wrong,
ruined it.
it's the ability for good writers to be able to make properties that should not kind of blend, or like, I guess, properties altogether that I'm just like, because remember before Barbie came out, I'm like, bro, I do not think this is gonna go over well. Like, I think they're just looking at Battleship, they're looking at Transformers, they're just like,
Yep.
what other toys can we use? I'm like, man, I don't think, but you give that property to a talented writer and you get something that makes people think, and it's kind of related to current social issues and stuff, and they walk out of there like, yo, that was well done.
Hey,
And
I'm not gonna lie though. That Battleship movie with Rihanna wasn't that bad.
oh my god, bro, it was trashed, man.
No, dude, I will watch anything with
Garbage.
Rihanna in it. I don't care.
Bro, yeah, I can watch her music videos. I mean, I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm watching a dude with two prosthetic
Yeah,
legs.
Silverhawk.
it's with the Silver Horse. That's what's up. Yeah.
My man put on a triangle chokehold on an alien with
Alien.
prosthetic legs. And I'm just like, bro, I'm out of here, man. I'm out. I can't do
I would lie if I didn't say I just watched it for Rihanna.
it.
All right, let's get to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem that dropped.
uh,
Kelvin, I know you were on top of that one, man. What you got?
uh,
You're my
I,
turtle guy.
I was. Let me just
I
say
was
this.
underwhelmed.
Let me just say this. I respect what they're doing, and I understand that it is not geared towards the old head turtle fans. The guys who are getting the comics reading Last Ronin, the ones who grew up watching the Saturday morning cartoon Turtles. Well, I think when they revamped it in like 2002 on Fox and kind of went back towards a little bit darker towards the comics. I'll even say the Nickelodeon 2012 was kind of, I was watching that one. I liked it.
That's the
This
hard
one was
back.
not for me. Right. This one was not for me. It's for a new generation. I will say I do like how they gave the turtles like teenage voice. They're not sounding like dudes, and they're learning about the
They actually
world.
used kids. There was kids that voiced them.
Ice Cube as the voice of Superfly. But I was just like, Ice Cube, shut the fuck up. He just talked too much as Superfly. And he was trying to be.
First of all, why you the fly? Why you the fly dog?
I'm like, are you Baxter Stockman? Like that, like, don't come on here as a fly if you're not Baxter Stockman to me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I was thinking he was gonna be Baxter.
Baxter was the Fly though.
Yeah, exactly, but not in this one. Was
Nah,
he? Was he in this one?
Lore. That's where I draw a line. Is like when you start changing the lore of what these things are.
Like they had Baxter in the beginning and he was doing experiments, and they rolled up on Baxter, I think, in the middle, because I only seen it once. They rolled up on him in the middle of doing these experiments, and they took him, and the experiments that were left behind turned into Superfly and his little group of riffraff. And
Yeah.
it was, I don't know, but it's one of those things. I know it's not for me. I don't think it deserved all the backlash it got from other
I didn't
people.
see that much backlash on it.
Bro,
I
there
didn't
was,
pay that much close. I didn't pay close enough attention on it to really.
when they showed what April was looking like in this one, there was backlash.
Oh yeah, no,
Duh.
you're right about that.
What?
But
What?
at the same time, though, that's about the same time that we got that horrible Scooby Doo remake, and everybody was pissed off about
Scoob?
yeah, no Scooby Doo.
Velma.
You can't have a Scooby Doo remake with
Oh,
those.
the Velma. That
Yeah,
one.
Velma.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that one was. I noticed that didn't make your list of all things nerd to talk about in 2023.
No.
As a matter of fact, that's the last time you'll ever hear me mention it. Moving on to one of my favorite 2023 was Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, which I was late to this. Well, not I wasn't late to it. I had to wait for it to hit streaming because I'm not going to go out to the movie theater and drop $50 on some popcorn and a drink. But I love this movie. It was good. Everything it needed to be. I can't wait for another one. I really can't.
Is a
I think
sequel
if
gonna work?
someone comes out, I think
The,
I'll probably go to the theater for it.
they're talking a sequel, and they're not sure. The big problem that they have is April was January. Uh,
It was
the
November. She put
problem that they're
on.
having is they're not sure whether or not they're going to go with the same party, the same, because that campaign is basically over, or
Mm-hmm.
if they're going to shine light on another part of the world and bring in a different party.
And that's what
Mm.
EJ just said too. They need
Exactly,
to.
EJ. Exactly.
What's
And
great
so
about
that's what they're thinking.
that, you can do that. Man, that shit out of here. Like you can
The
do that with
bot.
D&D. Is
The
that
bots.
you can have each movie can have its own characters and never repeat.
Exactly.
It's a different story, and there's
Exactly.
enough content out there to where you're never going to repeat.
Yep.
So, all right, I'm still waiting for this next movie I got listed on
They
here,
can
which is Godzilla -1. And I'm actually, as soon as it's to a point where I can stream it somewhere, that I'm all over that one.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but good things about this one.
Nothing but great things. All three Godzilla movies that come out this year, including Monarch,
Mm-hmm.
thrived. Like they've all been
Yeah.
like top of the charts. Even
The
Kong
the
Skull
kaiju
Island, the
characters
anime was pretty good. What was
Yeah,
that?
kaijus are great again. You know what I'm saying?
yes, they are.
They were always great in my eyes. Yeah, I did see the director's kits with the Godzilla paws for heels.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
my man
that was
showed up.
that
Even
was tight.
better about those shoes if they were gators with
Nah,
Godzilla claws.
fuck them gators, bro.
No,
Put
man.
on them Zillas.
He said these are Zillas.
Zilla skin from. There ain't no kaiju skin, but we can get
Zilla.
gator
You
skin.
ever wonder what happened to Godzuki? He's on my feet.
Bro, I hate the fact that Godzuki is like legit canon. Like it's not like a scrappy dude that we just threw in there. Like the motherfucker was in a legit Godzilla movie, and I'm just like, I guess he's a thing that happened.
Yeah, you gotta acknowledge it now.
My man had on the Zilla the Gods though, man. I love that, man.
He was carrying around his NECA official like 18-inch Godzilla too.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they did that, and I think they did the black and white version, which is
They
gonna
they
get like
dropped
a
it -1
limited
in
run.
black and white. Yep.
Which I'm just like, I'd rather see it in color. Like, no offense, like I know the whole paying homage to classic
The originals.
filmography and all that stuff, but I grew up in a world with color TVs, man. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see the vibrant explosions. I want to see colors. I want to see all of them. You know what I'm
Oh no,
saying?
man! I grew up on black and white Andy Griffith, so for me it was kind of like I can get down with that.
If the show was in black and white, I was like, it's time for me to take a nap. Because Lassie used to come on, Nick Jr., and like Lassie would come on. I'm just like,
Time to go play
Oh
Nintendo.
shit! I do remember black and white TVs.
you
God
see?
damn it!
Yeah, man.
I'm feeling
I didn't even
old.
get
I'm
cable,
feeling
and I was
old.
12 years old when I got cable TV, and I only
Yeah.
got like 8 channels. I was like, damn, I think we got more on this with when we had antenna. I know I'm dating myself
Yeah.
there.
little bit, little bit.
God
That's
dang
just because I grew up on a gravel road, man. All right, we always
it.
had. I did. We also had Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 come out this year, which could have probably done without. I don't know about y'all, but
I mean, if you had to James Gunn wanted to wrap his Marvel baby up. You know what I'm saying? His
Oh, he
MCU
did.
baby up before he moved over to fix the DCU. You know what I'm saying? People, I will say, I didn't watch it till it came on Disney Plus. But when people it was in theaters, people are telling me, "Bro, this is like Marvel's best movie." I was without seeing it, I was like,
Would
"You
those
got
people be
It was
Tim?
at that moment I knew
no,
they lied.
no, no, not it wasn't Tim. It was other people. Like, bro, you got to see it. You got
No,
to see
Tim was
it."
like, dude, you got to go see The Flash. Because The Flash was also on my list. You
Hold
got to
on,
go
wait,
see
wait,
it, man.
wait.
And The Flash was good.
Was Black
Hey,
Adam taken over?
Kevin's old. Black
Are we
Adam.
not? Are we not trying to talk about epic fumbles?
Oh,
Hey,
we gonna talk about a Black Adam. A Black Adam sucked garbage.
I got a garbage bag sitting over here with that movie in it. The best thing about that movie was my Dr. Fate figure that come from it.
Chris Bronson was the only shining light in that thing, man.
He was.
That
Like, I
was-
literally hit the figure sitting right back there. That was the best thing that come from that movie was a good Dr. Fate figure.
and after that, I'm just like, bro, everybody like it's one thing. No, it's just, bro, when you have somebody who's just making an ego project and trying to paint it like it's something else, like I don't know. Like the whole time I'm watching it, I'm just like, so nobody in the studio was just like, bro, this is nothing but a fucking rock,
Homage to myself.
a rock
Look,
My
ego.
ego.
so much stuff that they stole from other movies. Like the scene where he's flying and the fighter jet comes next to him. That was from Iron Man.
Well,
You sure? I don't recall seeing that in any other movie, Rob.
What?
It was a total original thought. The cinematography,
come on
the
now.
cinematography that was on that. What are you talking about? What do you
Man,
mean,
look, look. I'm mad that
bro?
Pierce Brosnan was in that piece of garbage.
Hey, I'm
And
happy he was in it. As Tay just said, Pierce was amazing.
no, I didn't want him to be in it because it was garbage. Him and Aldous Hodge. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Matt does got a point though. It did bring The Rock back to wrestling.
I mean, it had to take
He had
this
nowhere else to
L.
go.
I mean, the L he had to take to come back to wrestling, man. You know what I'm
It was
saying? Like this
Big
wasn't
L from this
necessary
one because
for
I know
him.
he produced it and funded most of it.
This
Yeah.
was all this was Terminator 2 reskinned.
Bro.
I swear to God, bro. Because you had the mom that was in trouble, right? You had the one kid, and then you had the Rock or Black Adam, who was just like, I gotta protect this kid. Like this kid is
100 or whatever.
the kid is teaching me slang and how the world works now. And every time he's in trouble, I rush to go save him. And I'm like, bro, this is Terminator
Don't
2.
kill. Don't kill.
Yeah. Like, bro, what do you?
Like, no, motherfucker.
And then the whole thing that kills me, again, every time a movie comes out, I'm like, let me get some backstory on it. I Google it. I see, I kind of understood what Marvel or Shazam and Black Adam, like this is their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had a whole Black Adam, Shazam,
no Shazam.
anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then at the end, like if you wanted to have Shazam kind of be the thing that shows up, but no, you had Superman show up, and I'm just like, so we're just gonna ignore the fact.
The guy who plays Shazam, he refused to work with him. The
Well,
Rock
I
was
think
like,
it was
"Fine."
I think The Rock didn't want to be in Shazam.
Exactly.
Shazam was so comical, and The Rock wanted something gritty and all that stuff because he's an action dude. And I'm just like, the fumble, the fumble that happened here with DC, like it was ridiculous, man.
Yeah, you can tell The Rock never read Black Adam.
Oh, don't tell him that.
He swears up and down that he read everything
years.
Black Adam.
15 years he was trying to make this happen. Let him tell the story.
Jesus.
Oh, he does tell that story. Anytime you give him a chance, he will tell you that story.
He lie.
Was lit, but it still didn't help that movie. Judgment Rock.
But that's enough of Black Adam. I just had to throw that out there.
Let's go on to the next, The Flash.
Oh no, let's go back up. I got one more on
Okay,
here.
okay,
I don't know if
my
you've
bad.
seen it yet. It's on Netflix right now. I think it just come out this late 2023. Was The Creator. I don't know if anybody's seen it yet. I'm gonna
No,
go.
that's on my list though.
It's on my
It
list.
is on my list.
It was on my list, but then I moved Lock and Key up on my list because Rob was like, "Hey, you gotta watch Lock and Key, dude." So now I'm on Lock and Key, and I can't remove myself from it until it is done. And I'm on season 3 right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
That's one of those. If you got kids, sit down with your kids, give it a watch. It is terrific. And let's go to the
love it.
Flash.
Horse shit.
That's one way to put it. Yes,
I
that's
am.
nice of putting it at that.
I'm at the point where if you're going to use CGI, look at what other movies did with CGI. And if yours is worse than what they did, don't put that shit in your movie. Because automatically you're a superhero movie, you're going up against other superhero movies. You've seen what Marvel did with it, you've seen, and you're just like, fuck it, we'll just try some shit. You know, the part where I just clocked out, where he saves the babies that are falling out of the hospital. I'm just like, bro, there's some old films student freshman year type CGI type shit here, bro. Like I can't fuck with it. I was hyped because I was like, my man Michael Keaton coming back.
Yep.
And I think they just used him to get people to cut the nostalgia,
That's all it was.
fan service.
Yeah.
Hollywood, stop with the fan service. You did it with Star Wars. You're like, look, Lando Calrissian's back. Look, Palpatine's back. Look, and you got people in seats
Hey,
and
we do not
shoved
say
them,
we don't talk about that one.
and you just shoved fucking Last Skywalker down motherfucker's throat with fan service. You did this with the Flash. You're just like, look, we're bringing in old Batman. Everybody's like, fuck yeah, let's do this shit. And then you
You know
forget
what that
that
movie's budget was, right?
you forget it's not his movie. It's still the Flash. And then you get twice the annoyance of Ezra Miller.
Crazy acting Batman.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You get dual Ezra Miller. I forget the actress name that played Supergirl. I really liked her as Supergirl, but I hear they're not moving forward with her, which is,
Yeah, they squished that movie. That movie has been like put under lock and key and possibly put in a trash can and burned, from what they say.
Whoa.
They said it was so
Black,
bad.
get out of here, bro. Black, get out of here. If you ain't jumping in the show, you can't be. If you can't come on the show and back this shit up,
You got to come and defend that one, Black. Come on, Black. You got to come and defend that, because it would not have been.
I'm waiting for him to pop in right now.
Nah, he in the green room being he in the green room trolling. It's fine. He's like this.
Let me tell you something.
He's just
Minus the Dallas Cowboys part.
He's doing this for a reaction.
Let me tell you something. We talk about Black Adam stealing stuff from the movies. Yeah, Mac, you said that scene where the babies was falling out and he was doing that. That was stolen from friggin' the X-Men.
Yep.
When Quicksilver was doing all that with the school.
The best scene where you have, like, when they try to show how fast somebody is going and he's taking everybody out of fucking the mansion.
Yeah,
that was done so well.
That was dope.
Except for stupid ass Running Man.
Yeah, that was the But
the running motion.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But you know, the Flash budget went to keep Ezra Miller out of jail. That's why the CGI was so bad. Court costs and legal fees ain't cheap, my man.
I don't know.
Look, that CGI made Love and Thunder look good.
There's a reason why that one's not on the list too.
Love and Thunder. I don't think Love and Thunder was 23.
I think it was early 23.
No, it was 22.
Was it 22?
No, it was 22.
Did anybody see the new Aquaman or no?
No,
I did.
How was it?
Thoughts,
my opinion right now.
My thoughts is it's not bad. Out of all the DC movies that came out last year, it was number 2 for me.
The bar. If that is the bar of the DC movies that were released
to keep it.
Hey, AD just
I'm
said
trying
Love
to
and
keep
Thunder
it.
was
I'm
dope.
trying to keep it within.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh Lord have mercy. It is. It is. EJ said it best. Love, not Love and Thunder, but Aquaman was a comedy movie. It was straight up comedy. It was entertaining. It was not a great movie. I'm not out here putting on a cape for it or whatnot, but uh, yeah,
For what it was. So how was
for
Black
what it
Manta?
was.
Did they have my man
They
Manta like
black
serious threat
the Black Manta did his thing. He was a proper villain. He was proper.
okay
I
Good.
was not mad at Black Manta.
all right
I was mad at his
Now,
figure. It didn't look that great when I went to go pick it up.
yeah,
I really like.
I
McFarlane does some great figures, but I didn't like the way the Black Manta came out. But that's just me.
the design
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the design.
Mhm.
All right, fellas. Anything else for our movie genre for 2023 that y'all want to talk about? How about from the
No,
audience?
I see Christian. What are they talking about Christian Bell for?
I don't know. Was he in Aquaman?
I'm not sure.
No, he's nah. Christian
I
Bell
don't
was
know, but
but,
AD said Love and Thunder was dope.
after 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 how they wasted his talent as Gore the God Butcher in Love and Thunder. I'm pretty sure he's like, man, I can't fuck with superhero movies no more.
Oh yeah, Bell was in Love and
yeah,
Thunder.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
Love and
He
Thunder
was
could have
Gore.
the
been so
weakest Gore.
amazing, but I'm
Like
not trying to go down that road.
that wasn't the comic book Gore. I'll tell you that much.
Oh no, it was not.
Oh yeah, Blue
Blue
Beetle didn't
Beetle.
make the list
Yes.
either because it was a DC movie, and I don't know if y'all watched Blue Beetle or not.
It was on in the background when I
And
was
don't
doing something.
recommend.
I watched it.
I watched it. I watched it from start to finish. I just
I
was
watched
not.
it.
I was. The potential is always there. I will give it this. Blue Beetle got the comic book back out of the dust and back on the shelves and selling. Anytime a comic book will come back and sell the way Blue Beetle is, I'll give it props. But that's about as good as it's getting because the movie wasn't that great.
It's just one of
So the
those.
movie,
Go ahead.
it should have been called Me Familiar versus the Bad Guy Holmes,
Yeah,
and
EJ's not telling
that
tales.
was because there is no movie in which the guy who played the uncle is going to be in it and not overtake anything.
George Lopez.
Yeah, no, was
George
it
Lopez.
was it
That
George
was
Lopez?
George Lopez. He played the uncle,
Abuela though.
and the abuela. Yes,
Abuela
the
was a
grandmother. His
bad
grandmother
woman.
was she was gangsters. She was gangsters for.
Yep.
Um, but I will tell you this: I wasn't so mad at it because I looked at it as a start of a movie, and as long as they don't go heavy with that same trope in whatever comes next, because James Gunn has actually said, "Oh, that Blue Beetle movie is not a part of the Gun universe, but Blue Beetle is a part of the Gun universe."
Is he
The
keeping the same?
sequel, the same actor will be in there.
The same kid
So
from
he
Cobra Kai.
says. So he says.
Okay.
Yeah,
I liked
he's
it. It
about
was
to look
something.
forever.
It was a new. It was a new. Like I said, it's like when Guardians of the Galaxy came out. Not a whole lot of people really fucked with Blue Beetle. They're focused on like the big Justice League, those four.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, "Oh, what's this? A new thing?" So I think that's kind of what brought people to the comics. Just seeing
Yep.
that and
Yeah.
coming in like Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a new property. People like this has to be a fake ass show. Like, no, Guardians are real. Like, they're just not as glamorized as the rest of the
Hey,
Avengers.
they lucky we didn't get the Groot from the comic book. Because the Groot from the comic book, his race was a destroyer of worlds.
Mm.
We got that child-friendly version of Groot.
But yeah. But I mean, it's good. Before we move on, I just wanted to say, James Gunn or somebody in DC, I don't know if it was James Gunn specifically, was mentioning that parts of the Batman universe of the Robert Pattinson Batman universe will be canon to the DCU, even though the director of said Batman
Said the
trilogy
opposite.
that's in the work said, "Bro, this is its own thing." What are y'all thinking about that?
It's already destroying and falling on itself.
Yep.
Oh wow,
And I like the
Good.
Patterson Batman because the Patterson Batman was a return to the roots of Detective Batman, which is how Batman, before he got glamorized later on in the comic books, is how he started.
right?
So this is where Gunn is fucking up for me. He said that when
He
he
didn't
first
do
came
nothing
on,
yet.
he said, "Oh, he's done a lot."
I'm
Gunn
glad Mac
Gunn
said that.
said that
Never.
Gunn said he's not going to have all these different properties coming out under the DC umbrella that are not together. Then the first thing he does is he starts cutting everything. This whole deal about the Blue Beetle movie not being a part of the Gunn universe, even though Blue Beetle is. Y'all out of pocket saying Batman
Who said
wasn't good.
Batman wasn't
No,
good?
no one's
Batman was
saying the
good.
Batman wasn't good. But this is what Gunn has said. Gunn has also said, no, that Batman, Robert Pattinson, Pat Bat, is not a
Right.
part of the Gunn universe. But the Gotham series, based on, and the Penguin series that's set in that world, is going to be canon to the Gunn, but the rest of the Batman is not. What the fuck? Come on, man, make it make sense. That doesn't make sense. You
I
know?
love Jeffrey Wright as a soon to be Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
I will say the Penguin actually I think is supposed to get its spinoff on Max or
It's about to
Yes.
start. It's already
if
in
they,
production.
yeah, or I don't know how Max and Warner Brothers and DC, because they're all doing some random I don't know what the fuck's up with Max. At first it was HBO Max, and then it was like, hey, we going to throw some TLC shit, some Discovery shit on here. You can watch fucking
Mm-hmm.
Property Brothers on here. Go and watch fucking Sopranos on the same fuck. I'm like, what are y'all doing here? Like, what's happening?
And they
But
I
got
don't think they know, man.
They don't know.
I'm like, bro, I'm just here for whenever the DC movies pop back up here 45 days from theatrical release, bro. Because that's the only reason I'm keeping you around right now.
What
The
James Gunn needs to do at this
DCEU
point?
reboot is broken. It's
Yes,
already messy.
he needs to
Already.
do a hard reboot. Hard
Hey,
reboot. Just
is the cause of Max.
throw that shit away. Start fresh.
But
I
you
agree.
can't. You can't because
I
right now,
understand, but
if he creates his own Batman, which we know he's going to do, then he's already broken what he said before, like he's done so many times. He said, "I'm not going to have, you know, double actors in different properties that are not in the same." Man, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. I like the Penguin from the Batman.
Yeah, I liked who was it, Colin Farrell?
Yep, Colin
Colin
Farrell.
Farrell,
Yep,
Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman.
yep.
lose that goddamn mask.
Please, for the love of God.
It'll get there. She's just starting out, bro. Like, I mean,
That's the way it was intended to be. Is like, oh, this is the beginning. Like, we're
yeah.
going back to Detective Batman, which I like.
I mean, you seen Daredevil when he first started up. My man had the extra large do rag, put it on his face.
So
When
that's
I was
100%
you know what I'm
a
saying?
rumor. Alan Richardson said he would love to play Batman, and that's where that's coming from. I don't think they're going to cast him as the Batman. He's too damn big.
He's too damn big.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to wanting to play Batman, you also have to play Bruce Wayne, right?
He
You
can't
just
pull a
can't
Bruce.
be.
And
You
Alan
just can't
Richardson
be.
can't pull it off.
No, he
He
cannot.
can't pull a Bruce.
So that's
I'm
the
waiting
that's
to.
the weird thing. That's
I'm
the one
waiting to
thing.
see.
Go ahead.
My bad. My bad. Go.
My
I'm
bad.
just talking too much.
Go.
I'm waiting to see Robert Patterson bring in Bruce Wayne because we
That's the way.
haven't met Bruce Wayne yet. We haven't met Bruce Wayne yet.
The billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Because remember, at the end of the Batman, he was like, "I've got to." He realized he's got to make Bruce Wayne. He can't be that guy that he was. So now we're going to get, yeah, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
The what we're looking for in Bruce Wayne. And I think Pat can pull it off
I think he can. Yeah,
as long
I
as
if
he
he's
guess.
doesn't
able
play
to
Edward.
frame, then I think he'll be all right. But let's roll. Let's roll, fellas. Let's roll into these horror movies. I don't know about y'all, but I did not have a good year in horror movies. I just didn't have time mixed in with everything else I had going on to really sit down and watch a lot of them.
I will say when it comes to horror movies now, I'm kind of turned off because a lot of it is just sequels. Like you got Saw 10. Like, holy fuck, man. Like,
Dude,
can
I
we do
didn't even
something
solve
else? Can we do something
3
else?
through
Or just
10.
Scream 6? Like, I know the whole thing with Scream was it's been a while since you've seen one. I'm bringing it back, and we're going back to the like. I just want to see some new IPs, like something fresh. Um, I know The Conjuring has its own universe. Like The Nun 2 came out horrible to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
which is
it's
a
like
shame because that
it's
universe
like
is actually pretty good.
4 Insidiouses. It's like another Conjuring coming out or another Annabelle type thing, and I'm just like I just wish it was just like one thing, like a movie that was PG-13 that I still think is pretty good, stands to this day, is a movie called Lights Out. It's like an original IP. It's like if you haven't seen it, I think it's on Amazon Prime or something, but it's just that a ghost comes, the enemy, the apparition comes up, they fight it, they get rid of it, the movie ends. It's not like a Lights Out 2, she's back. Lights Out 3, oh no, like just boom, just scare me, get the fuck out of here, like out of here.
Yeah.
They just depend too much on established IPs and they just
Yep.
wear them into the ground to the point where you're just like, what was that? Jason in space? Like, get the fuck out of
Jason
here,
X.
Hollywood. Just stop doing
Jason
it. Like,
X was made by a couple of college kids for their
they're
grad
fucking like,
project.
yeah,
Yep.
And it was funded by a grad students. One of their dads was like filthy rich. He's like, "Hey, here's 10 mil. Go make a movie."
right.
And they made Jason X.
Look,
Now the
Jason
one that
versus Freddy is where it turned for me.
you is that the one with Busta Rhymes in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
No, that was Holly. That was H2O.
No,
H2O.
that's H2O. That's H2O.
Jason and Freddie. What was that? Like Kelly Rowland was in that one.
Kelly
Like, what
Rowland.
was
Yeah.
Yes.
We see they got our
Yes.
new assets bolted on.
I'm just saying.
I
What
feel
the fuck
you.
are we really doing?
I feel you. But the one you do have on here that of the horror genre, I don't know if it's more horror or suspense, but the Knock at the Cabin, I think that's the one that had Batista in it, and it was a
Batista.
M
Yep.
Night Shyamalan. So anything M Night, I'm just not going to theaters to see. I'll wait,
I do too.
wait. Like it's on streaming, I will still wait until there's nothing else for me to do. I'm like, let me give this a shot. But I'm hearing it was solid. But
I heard it
again,
was solid. I also
M.
heard
Night
that
Shyamalan.
Thanksgiving was solid. Solid to a point where they're like, we want a part 2.
Man,
Oh
see,
God.
and that's another one of them things where it's just like, bro, stop doing these holiday slashers. Like Valentine's Day, there's a slasher horror Valentine's Day movie starring Michelle Trachtenberg. There was the Christmas one, you know what I'm saying? Violent Night. And then they had a new one with the dude that played RoboCop and was also in Altered Carbon, the first
Oh
season,
yeah.
called
Yeah.
called Silent Night. Like he lost the ability to speak.
Yeah, he
He
could
runs
he couldn't
around
speak.
killing people.
I
So
don't know
it's
that
just
one
like
with what's his name that played
the sheriff and
Hellboy. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Violent
Silent Night.
Yeah, no,
Silent is it
Violent Night.
called Violent Night.
Violent Night. It's on Amazon.
Violent Night. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Violent
was
Night.
good.
I like
It's not
it.
really a horror movie per se.
It was funny.
It was
Santa
funny. It was
Claus
good.
whooping ass. That's what it was.
So, and I like the backstory they gave Santa Claus in that too, because he was an old Viking, and then he was cursed to be Santa Claus, basically. And then it was like, damn.
How you killed the bad guy? The main guy.
I'm just and that's what Hollywood does. They're just like they're just gonna. It's Thanksgiving. Let's throw some shit out there, and people will go watch it. It's Friday after Thanksgiving. Nobody's
Yep.
doing shit. They'll go watch a movie. Um, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't a whole lot that I'm going to rush to go check out.
No.
When it comes to horror, I'd rather watch it at home anyway. Um, yeah, it's been a minute since I went to a
the
theater.
lights on. He wanted to keep the lights on.
What, bro? If I'm big on them jump scares, bro. You got them
I am
jump
too.
scares, you're gonna be scaring the fuck out of me. Like movies like Saw and
Well, they're
Hostel,
more thriller.
Cabin,
Than really.
like when it comes to gore slashers, I'm just like, bro, this ain't really scary. This is just you're just trying to gross me out. And at this point, like the shit I've seen in my lifetime, like you're not
gonna beat
oh
it.
no. Intestines coming out. What? Oh
I've seen that
no.
once or twice.
You cut his neck and like blood is spilling out. Yeesh. Yikes. Like I've seen all this stuff. Like if you gonna just scare the fuck out of me, that's when I'm just like, hey man, let's turn on a couple of these lights in here,
I do
Like
want
when
to see Evil Dead Rise though. That's the one on this list that I actually want to see that I haven't sit down to watch yet. But I will soon.
Yeah, we'll check
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check
But
it
I'm
out.
a fan of that franchise anyway. I'm a fan of the comic books too. If y'all didn't know there was a comic book.
No.
It's really good.
Cool.
Let's roll, man. Let's roll into TV shows from 2023 because we got a lot, and I only listed a few that I thought were my standouts. Really, some of them are recent and still ongoing. But let's roll into Loki, man. Season 2.
Well, let's just say Disney Plus as a whole last year.
2023 was the year.
They did not disappoint with the amount of content. Now, whether how you feel about it, because they had the Secret Wars, they had, like you said, Loki season 2, Mandalorian season 3, Ahsoka season 1. So they was coming out with some shit. Now how you felt about it, I don't know, but they had Percy Jackson just come out. So Disney
Percy's
Plus
legit.
Shit out.
Percy is good.
But Loki season 2, I think. Now, I don't want to have to speak for everybody, but if everybody here is not saying that Loki season 2 was not the truth,
I'm going to interject. And not in a bad way either.
Interject.
Not in a bad way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Rob was like, I'm about to log on.
Oh, hell no, man. So it was hard for me to get through Loki season 1. It was probably midway through Loki season 1 to where I was like, all right, I see what they're doing now, And then I rolled into Loki season 2.
It was an easier watch for you?
Did he freeze?
I think so.
Okay. So Loki season 2 was great.
Oh, here we go. He's back.
Was that me or y'all?
Nah, you froze up, but you stopped but Loki season 2 was, and I was thinking like way easier to watch, right?
It was the truth, yeah. I watched it in one go, loved every second of it.
All right, what about you, Rob?
Loki season 2 was it was a masterpiece to me. It was it really tied together some elements and then paved the way for a great multiverse gathering, if you will. The way that they did it, they've sort of put in okay, if we're not going to go forward with Jonathan Majors as Kang, they created an out for them. Like, they were like, hey, how are we going with this Kang thing? Oh, we had one incursion, pop up, which they were talking about Anime and Quantumania, which you did not mention. But
there was a reason.
They talked about that, and they was like, yeah, but we put them down. That one was taken care of. So they've created avenues that they might try and contain it if Kang is not going to be the guy for right now until they figure that debacle and mess out. But
so
it was just.
Plus and Marvel both have not said if they were getting rid of Jonathan Majors yet. It is not been confirmed yet. Like it's still sitting on USDN as a rumor alert to this day.
I mean, you have those articles that saying sources close to like, and it's
Wow.
that's
That's
journalism
Marvel or
101,
Disney Plus says
where
Jonathan no
you
more.
don't have to release sources, so all you can say is like, I have sources that are telling me, and nobody can call your bullshit because you're not required to give sources.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's just I've sources are telling me that somebody in the camp of is saying that, and I'm just at this point it is what it is. Like
It is.
you know, like I'm just over trying to speculate. Is he still on? Is he not? I'm just like, let's get to
I'm done
Deadpool,
speculating.
or
Until
let's
I
get
get something
to
hard truth.
yeah, let's just get to Deadpool. Give me my next MCU movie, and let's move
Yep.
forward. You know what I'm saying?
You know you are. We're waiting
Sources
for you to
say
come
I'm
on.
backstage right now.
Hey, one of my sources works over at another podcast, so I mean, I'm pass news back and forth all day.
Oh
I'm not
man,
going to quote him as my official source, though.
facts.
But I will say this. That is how you take a character that, has always been a second man in any movie that he's been in, and you make him a veritable powerhouse, and you give him an ending that's fitting of Loki. Tragic, honorable, and majestic. Fuck out of here. That
Character
shit was good.
Yep,
character development
love it.
101 masterclass in that shit.
There's
Master.
there's only one other show that has a character development, that's close to it. Not as good, but close to it. And that was Jimmy and Yellowstone. But that's a different story.
I fuck with that shit.
Yeah, I can work with that.
But yeah. So Loki season 2, great. Mando season 3. Rob, you are a Star Wars dude. It's in your name.
Yes.
Me and Jeff were talking before the show. Season 2 of Mandalorian was up there. Kind of, it's not to me. I wouldn't say it was Loki season 2 epic, but that ending, that season finale of Mando season 2, where our boy came back and them Death Troopers was just like, they were just like, yo, they stopped coming at us. Well, they're programmed to go after the highest level threat. And I'm just like, bro, they just went to
Correct.
this wing. They must know somebody. And I saw the green saber. I was like, it's your boy. And he came and he picked up Grogu and bounced. And I was just like, fucking right. Book of Boba Fett came out, gave us 3 episodes of
We don't
Mando,
talk about that.
gave us 3 episodes of Mando. You know what I'm saying? And then now we have Mando season 3. Do you feel it was a letdown because it was just overall bad, or because it's following what was Mando season 2?
I think because it was following what was um, Mando season 2. Um, I think that was really why the mark was down. Plus, people were trying to figure out what was going to go on um, with, the Mandalorian, how it was going to happen. I think that there was some power struggles in the background of where the story was going to go. Um, Felonious Dave Filoni. Um,
That's your
Felonious
boy.
was,
Admit
yeah, no, fuck him. Um, and I caveat that by saying Dave Filoni is probably the best thing to happen for Star Wars right now, but fuck him.
Yes.
And he knows what he did. Fuck him. Um, I will say this. I think you see it suffered from some of the in background fighting going on between Kathleen Kennedy and the future of the Star Wars universe and the autonomy that he had to make it. I wasn't so mad at season 3 or let down by it. I know where it's trying to go.
Yeah.
I will keep speaking my truth, Black. I know where it's trying to go. It's just got to get there. And I think if we get a season 4, if
That's
we
confirmed.
get a season 4,
We already
And a
have
okay.
season 4 in a movie.
So I think season 4. No, I don't want season 4 in a movie. I want
No,
season
we're getting
4.
a legit season 4 followed by a movie to close it.
Copy.
Is what they're saying right
I
now.
think season 4. I think season 4 will. You see, I'm one. I love the Mandalorian show. Two, Colin, you guys know I'm against everything about Din Djarin being the Mandalorian. There's one. This is the Mandalorian, Boba Fett. But anyway, not the book of Boba Fett. Fuck him. Um, but I will say this: more of the Mandalorian will make sure will highlight the great parts of season 3, and it'll make it hopefully. If Felonious Dave does what he's supposed to do, it will make it more relevant and more impactful, which I'm hoping. If not,
I will,
then everything I've said bad about him proves right, and he sucks ass.
I will never say I'm over Star Wars because if I get just fed up watching any other TV shows, I will go watch Star Wars because that will at least put a smile on my face. The originals. It may be Ahsoka for reasons. Speaking of Ahsoka, let's talk about Ahsoka. So I will say we've already covered Ahsoka. You can go to the DFPN page, or you can go over to because I did release it eventually onto Spotify, and you can hear all about it there.
Yep.
But I loved what they did with the character in it. Balin is probably the best part of it. R.I.P. But I couldn't go through this show and not at least mention Ahsoka season 1, which in season 2 has already been confirmed as well.
Facts. I will say if you're looking to get into Ahsoka, there's a lot of homework for you to, or you could just go to Google and kind of get the cliff notes of
You can go to
Clone Wars,
USDN.
all of that stuff leading into Ahsoka. So when you see her, you're just like, where's she come from? You know,
You can
get
go
the
to
backstory.
USDN, go to the search bar on USDN, type in Ahsoka. There will be the essential Ahsoka collection on there that tells you everything you need to know. Where you go to watch it in Clone Wars and all that stuff. It gives you her story leading up to what is now Ahsoka. So,
which will make you appreciate her character more in the show.
yes.
But it was just good to see that when we got the hint of Rosario playing that, and I think it was Mando season 2.
Yeah.
First of all, I will say yes, shout out Rosario for being a Ahsoka. Great job. But I was more excited to see Thrawn. Because I watched Rebels a while back and I was like, this motherfucker here is the type of villain I like. The motherfucker that's just he's not overpowering, he's not physically, intimidating, but this motherfucker is like 7 and 8 moves ahead of you.
He was actually a very good combatant.
Because he's good because he's 5 and 6 steps ahead of you. It's not like he's the Hulk and just gonna come in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like when you watch, remember old Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. He's just imagining the fight. Like if I do this, he gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this and that. I believe that's how Thrawn thinks. He's just so methodical with it. He doesn't do anything on accident.
Would you say an echo?
Nah.
No,
Thrawn is
Echo's powers is she's able to see the fight before the fight happens.
Well, she's able to see she's able to read body language, and it's some other shit that goes on there with that. She's almost Taskmaster-esque. But Thrawn is a Chiss. And the Chiss are warrior people in their own right. They are very vicious, they are very combatant wise, and Thrawn is a unique specimen out of them, but they are a lot that are like him. You know what I'm saying? So that should let you know the Chiss themselves are walking nightmares and terrors.
Yep. But yeah, seeing him live action, I was like, here we go. Like shit is shit. Like I feel good. I feel good watching this. Like I'm getting my fix. I got Thrawn. I got my girl Rosario over here. You know, shit's
So
good.
Rosario Dawson got that role because of I'm trying to remember the name of the comic book artist. Drew her as Ahsoka on a promotional poster, and Dave Filoni was like, "We got to make that happen because it fit." And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, she's there. So
So we stole somebody else's idea.
he credited him. Yeah, he got the credit for it.
Fits.
But hey,
Oh man,
I'm
but
not
yeah,
complaining.
man,
We got Rosario Dawson, all right?
right.
We do, and I love that.
So let's see. We got Sandman last year as well, season 1 of the Sandman.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that one. I wasn't as familiar with the IP as most people were when it came out, but going back after watching it and YouTubing and googling some things, I'm excited because they could go a lot of places with this, and I like how they
Yeah.
did the first season. So if they kind of continue that track, I'm all for it, man. I'm here for the ride.
So season 2 is coming.
Yep.
It Tuesday they released a new Constantine comic book. That's a part of the Sandman universe as well.
Oh yeah.
New run, new arc, the whole 9. So
Nice. I know that they are also releasing. They're creating a Nancy
Dead Boy
Boys.
Detectives. Dead Boy Detectives. Is that what you're talking
Well,
about?
the Dead Boy. No, the Dead Boy Detectives. Yes, and then they're also working. It's stuck in production hell right now. But a Nancy Boys. If you ever saw American Gods, Mr. Nancy.
Yeah.
He's it's not going to be Orlando Jones in it, but it's his sons as demigods, and they're doing different shit. But they're
Okay.
supposed to come out of that.
I'm glad you brought up demigods. Let's talk about a demigod named Percy Jackson.
There we
Well played.
go.
Well played.
There we
Excellent
go. I love
segue.
that. Ba-dum-doo-doo-doo.
Gotcha. So it's actually currently ongoing, but it did start in 2023, and so far it's top notch. It's the first Percy Jackson that's really kind of stayed closer to the books, but not overtly. But it's been great so far. It's been a great run.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's one of those. It's geared towards the kids still,
Young
which
adults,
Percy Jackson was written for kids. But it is a fun romp into the Greek mythology, and he really pulls off this kid that is just you know he's coming into his power, he's coming into his understanding of you know what the hell have I been thrown into, and they really weaving it in and out. The Medusa episode to me was
fire,
fantastic.
fire. I'm not gonna lie, that's been one of my favorite episodes. That and when we got to see Edge as Ares, the God of
Ares.
War. Yeah, that one was also good. And he was just like, "I'm just trying to buy y'all lunch, man." And then the other team, like he set those kids up for failure and laughed about it. All right, and the last one, let's talk about Twisted Metal. She ain't bring me no coffee. What's up with that?
No, she didn't. Chai latte.
And she's a keeper. Let's talk
Yes,
Twisted
she is a
Metal.
keeper.
Let's talk Twisted Metal. We got Samoa Joe as the clown, which he played the clown, but he didn't voice the clown, which is okay. I'm trying to remember who voiced the clown, but it worked. Samoa Joe
The
made it.
guy who does the Lego Masters and
Yes,
played Batman in the Lego movie.
yes.
Talk
I
about
wish I
Will
could
Arnett.
remember it.
Will
Yes,
Arnett, yeah.
Okay.
he
But
voiced
it's
him.
starring
Samoa Joe played him.
it's starring Max Boy, Anthony Mackie.
Yep.
There's a reason why I haven't seen this show yet.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Ladies and
you have to
gentlemen,
sit down and watch it.
ladies and
You just
gentlemen,
have to look past it. Look
if
past.
you are new to any of the DFPN properties, there are two things that you need to know about Mac, aka your boy. One, Star Lord is absolute trash to me. Chris Pratt, the person, he alright, he alright. Star Lord, don't come to me talk about Star Lord is a misunderstood. Whatever, he's trash. Two, Anthony Mackie is trash. Okay, the actor Anthony Mackie, the actor, is trash. There is not one thing this man has done in Hollywood where you could be like, hey, but he killed this role. I'll be like, get out of my face, bro. Get out. That's all you need to know. Just those two
She
things about
hate
Mac
me.
Boy.
She hate me.
I hate him, yes.
Come on, man. He was Jack Johnson and she hate me. He had all those women.
That's all I need. I will say, if Jeff is telling me that it is Jeff, the
So me
amount of
and
faith.
Rob watched this about the same time, and me
Okay.
and him both were going back and forth about it. It is worth
Yes.
the watch. And the thing about it is, you played the video games as a kid.
I did.
This is the story that gets you to the tournament of Twisted Metal.
That comment. Altered Carbon season 2.
Good.
That's a show
Okay.
for another day right there.
It is.
That's a whole
You
show.
know what?
Shows that have disappointed us. We could go all night, man. We could
You're
go
right.
all
We can
night.
go on shows that
Let's-
disappointed. Because I'm gonna
So we
bring
went
up
about
one. I'm gonna bring up one. Mac,
What?
you my boy. You owe me one.
What?
You owe me one. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna tell you why you owe me one because you were campaigning. Rob, just go ahead, Gibbs. Finish Book of Boba Fett. Watch the last 2 episodes. Come on, man. Just do it.
Do you think I was telling you to do that because I thought it was a good show, or because you
I don't
needed
know
to
why.
you knew because you needed to see that scene of
I
old
did
buddy
not.
do
I
the
did not.
360 with the
I
pistol?
did not. Fuck that. God damn. It haunts my dreams.
Good.
But I will tell you this. We're talking about Twisted Metal.
Uh-huh.
Watch it. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's not a serious movie. He ain't trying to win no he's trying to be a goofy asshole, which you already think he's a goofy asshole. You'll like it. Well, you'll like the TV series.
I'll give
Cause
it
it's
how many episodes would it take me to be like, all right, it's hit or miss? Like what's the at what point were you watching it where you're like, all right, I fucks with this, or were you just bought in episode 1? I'll ask Jeff first.
What's
Jeff,
that?
all
Sorry,
right,
I had
go
to blow my nose.
watching Twisted Metal, like were you full in on this property episode 1 first minute in, or is there a episode, or how many episodes in where you're just like, all right, I fucks with this, like this is pretty
So
good?
I was a big fan of the franchise as a kid playing the video games on Sega. And I knew Samoa Joe was going to be playing the clown. So Anthony Mackie wasn't even a part of this really for me. It was all about Samoa Joe playing the clown because I'm a huge Samoa Joe fan. If you don't know who Samoa Joe is, he's the Samoan submission machine, now in AEW, current AEW World Heavyweight Champ. So that for me is what it was about.
Yeah.
And he made between him playing the part, Will Arnett voicing the character, and him just being like this complete psychopath. Like it gave you his backstory too. I'm not gonna spoil it for
yeah.
nobody, but it gave you his backstory, where he came from, and it made you love him more, even though you know
Yeah.
fucking good and well that he's a psychopath, like legit psychopath, but you
Yeah.
love him
He
just as
is.
much.
Yeah. He is the best thing out of that whole damn show.
All right. I mean, Does Anthony Mackie talk a lot in this? No, I'm fucking with you. I'll give it a shot.
So,
I'll give it a shot,
all right,
and I
here's what
will
I'm gonna do for you.
post my review in
There's a
USDN.
scene, and he's sitting there
All
in
right.
the bar. It's a pretty cool backstory with him and everything too. But he's
Okay.
sitting there on the beach, and there's a seal pup sitting there. And then the screen kind of goes black, and then he's sitting there in front of a campfire, and he's eating. And then you don't see that seal pup nowhere, and you're like, wait, this motherfucker just ate a baby seal. So everything you need to know. But he does really well in the part that he has in this show. He does. He does really good. Even though you may not be a fan, he does. This role for him was good.
It was made for him.
Yes, it was centered around him.
But again, the clown he's the best part of it.
Yeah,
He
Samoa
is.
Joe stole the fucking show. Period.
Go for the clown.
Go for the clown.
Anthony Mackie. All right. Tolerate Mackie. Stay
Exactly.
for the clown. Okay.
All right, let's hit
Enjoy quiet.
My favorite genres this year that I think absolutely nailed, which was the horror TV shows. Not gonna lie, there were some good ones this year. My favorite of all these was probably The Last of Us, followed close second between The Fall of the House of Usher and Goosebumps, believe it or not. Don't be hating. Goosebumps was legit.
Now, I
So let's
did
talk
watch
The Last
The
of Us.
And like the crazy thing is my wife watched with me, and she hasn't played the games or anything. So that lets me know, like, if you could just bring in a casual fan who has no tie to the game, has no understanding what the fuck's going on, and keep them interested to the point where I think it was like it would come on every Sunday on Max.
Sunday.
She was
Yeah.
like, so when are we watching Last of Us? I'm just like, oh shit, look at you. Now you okay. All right, we can watch it. But Pedro, my man, great job.
He's the best update you could ask for.
I will say, like, the casting of
Ellie,
man, like, no shade to old girl. I forget the actress's name. I wasn't a fan. Maybe it's because I just see her as old girl on Game of Thrones, and now she's like this helpless thing. So she played the role. It wasn't so bad that it took me out of the show. You know what I'm saying? Very well done. Shout out to Naughty Dog and the writers over there for being able to make this easily translatable to Hollywood. And shout out to whoever the showrunners were to actually listen to the people who wrote for the game and not do what Paramount and them is doing with Halo, right?
Let's not talk about that.
Motherfuckers love Last of Us. There's a like part 1, part 2. Hey, if they already like it and we already kind of have a script written for the game, let's just go ahead and talk to them. And
so that's exactly what they're doing too. So season 1 was literally The Last of Us 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they've already casted season 2 based off the characters for, guess what? The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, part 2.
Yeah.
And, like, the story's there.
It's not hard, Hollywood.
It translates to the screen.
It's not hard. When there's a storyboard and a semi, a script already written for some shit, just go talk to the people that did it and the people who envisioned it and have them help you bring that to life. I'm looking at all you studios trying to do these comic movies. Like, legit, when you look at a comic book, it's a storyboard.
That's
you
what
don't have to make shit
a storyboard in front of your face if you actually read the comic book.
But
exactly.
Last of Us, brilliant. I will say I think it was a little 2 episode. No, it was 1 episode with the couple. Nick Offerman just actually got
oh my god, yeah,
a Golden Globe.
Hear his speech.
Yeah, he got a Golden Globe for that
Golden
one, right?
Globe.
He didn't get an Emmy, but he got the Golden Globe, and it was. My wife was crying at the end of that episode. Legit.
Everybody was.
She was hurt. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. That was me. Bro, probably the best love story I've seen on TV.
Yes.
Best love story I've seen on TV. So
Nick Offerman's, if you haven't listened to his speech yet, for his Golden Globe.
Check
Go
that out.
listen to
It
it.
was, yeah,
He talks
it
about
was, it
getting
was
the
deep.
Andy.
Yeah.
Like he thinks like the guy who was his partner. He's like he should be up here sharing this with me because there's no way I could have did a. I
Could have had
forgot what
that.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could have had that performance without the chemistry and the being able to
Yeah.
feed off of that energy. So
I will say this: that episode and the one with the two brothers,
yes.
that one tore me
Oh.
down just as bad.
Dude,
Oh my God.
that's one of those
I
where I'm sitting here like,
yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit. Screen
good.
getting kind of blurry.
My
There we
daughter
go.
walks in, like, you
yeah.
okay? I'm good. I'm good.
But it was so good overall. Like I didn't look at it as horror. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, bro, this is a
Yeah.
great show. Like, if you were to ask me watching it, what category would you put this in? Like there's action, there's drama, there's like a whole lot of stuff going on. I just can't sit there and be like, oh, this is horror. So I mean, when a show just takes you and you just sit back, you're like, bro, that's just a fucking good show. That was a good show for horror, or that's a good horror show. Like, it's just a great show to watch
Yes.
on Max. I think it's still on there before HBO does whatever the fuck it is they're doing on their thing.
I see
I
you,
would say
Jen.
so.
Black Mirror season 6.
Yeah, Black Mirror
Season
season 6.
6, bro.
I gotta sit down and watch that. That's on my list.
You
She
fuck with
mentioned
Black
the
Mirror?
Scary Witches. That's on my list to watch. I know Tay mentioned Stranger Things. That was last year, and I know they're in production right now for the last season 5.
Bro, they gotta wrap that up. Them kids is grown.
Man, they like
They are
37.
grown.
They got families now.
They be showing up on the season. I'm just like, hey, man.
Wait, that kid was 12 when we started this. He had a full beard and a wife and kid at home. Talking
Kids
about
go,
his mortgage due.
hey, yo, 11, watch out. Hey, yo, 11, they coming, though. Like, bro, your voice too deep to be out here trying to act like you scared out here.
Oh yeah.
I gotta get my Apple TV activated. I got like 3 free months I'm sitting
Oh
on.
my God.
I
Invasion?
know.
Invasion? Yes.
I've heard nothing, but it just got renewed for a new season as well.
I'm gonna tell you, Silo on Apple TV was crazy as fuck too.
Mm-hmm. But let me
Yeah.
just say, I know Jeff is planning on doing something after. Has everybody here like seen Echo? Just basic thoughts, like thumbs up, thumbs down, good takeaways, bad takeaways. What we got?
Stay tuned.
I love it.
I believe next week that's going down.
I will say I am a big fan of fight scenes with one camera. Like, the dedication and the discipline to do a fight scene for as long as they did, as great as they did. In what
12
we've
minutes was
seen,
the original cut.
bro.
God
If you mess up, you like 10 minutes in, you mess up, cut. Let's start from the top.
damn. Let's start from the giddy up.
Yeah, 12 minutes was the original cut on that fight scene.
And I love it because it's a throwback to Netflix Daredevil, because every season they had one episode where it'd be a fight and fucking Murdoch. I like at the end of that scene, you could tell like everybody was fucking gassed. They had to cut and the motherfuckers was taking a nap or some shit.
Sitting on the sideline getting some oxygen, man.
Fucking an IV. But I
Hell
know we
yeah.
talked about horror shit. I'm sorry I hijacked
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Let's
Hey,
get back
but
to the horror.
since he already brought it up, it's the cat's out the bag. I'm going to be dropping that episode next week. We're going to do that live. So stay tuned. I'll get the timings up on everything this weekend, probably. So
Check it out.
Sure.
Disney Plus is
cat's out the
killing it.
bag. Next show, next week, we're doing Echo. And I've got a lot of the Native American tie-ins in it. Like it's gonna be a good shit. I probably got like 45 minutes worth of the differences between the comic book and the TV show alone. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go pretty in depth on it.
Mhm.
But let's hit up some the Fall of the House of Usher. I know
Oh yes.
if you're an Edgar Allan Poe fan and of his stories, it's a must watch. And if you are in the greater Virginia area, go hit up the Poe Museum. It is a work of art. Or hit up Comic-Con. They always have a booth at the GalaxyCon in Richmond. But it's good stuff. I don't want to go into it and spoil things for people, but that's all I'm going to say. The Fall of the House of Usher was probably easily my number 2 horror TV show for the year. Easy.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I rep it.
I haven't watched it, but I will say, kind of based on the between SNN, USDN, Queens, like nobody has said anything bad about this show.
And if they
at
do,
all.
send them my way.
And watch, like, I don't watch the award shows, but there's been numerous actors and people who have contributed to House of Usher where they were nominated for awards. So I'm just, granted, just because people are getting
I
awards,
was really disappointed.
they didn't win any.
I don't think it won anything.
Nope.
Damn.
None.
Well, I mean, we were talking about some pretty heavy hitting shows earlier. So I mean, it's
The
it's
last
one of
of
the
it,
things
Clean
like when we
House,
talk,
though.
yeah, like, but when you like, it's no different, and this is kind of a precursor, but the video game awards, like, there are some where you're just like, this has to win something, right?
Yep.
And it don't.
Spider-Man 2, man.
But it's not like
I'll say it.
it's not
Spider-Man
like
2
because
got
it's a,
robbed.
it's not like because it's a
It
bad
did.
game, bro. It's just like, bro, you were just up against, like, bro, these are like 96 Bulls, fucking, 2015 Warriors, 73 Lakers, like the heavy hitters. Like, so if you lose, it's nothing to hang your head about. You just went up against
Right.
monsters here. So
I'll put it like this. I watched that award show for the video games. The very next day, I hit up Rob. Hey, man, I'm downloading Baldur's Gate 3. What you got for me? Because I had to see for myself, man.
I know a guy.
Myself.
Rob knows a guy that can
Yeah.
help you get the game pretty quick, right?
Right.
No, I literally,
there's a guy out there who he's probably been playing the game for like a week, and he's probably on Act 3. To put it in perspective, I've had the game since it about 2 weeks after it came out, and
Mhm.
I just got to Act 3 earlier this month because I'm detailed. I like the story. I like to go and do all
that's
this
the way
stuff.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm
But
a psycho.
I'll let you know. If you need some help, I'll send old boy your way.
Did you start yet? You're on a PlayStation, right, Jeff?
Yeah, PS5.
I've been debating because I downloaded it for Xbox. I'm thinking about just downloading it for PS5 so we can
So my
all
daughter was like, the other
we
day,
can
she's
all jump
like,
in there and be ridiculous together.
oh, yeah.
I
My
will
daughter's like,
game with you guys on it.
yeah, let's do it, man.
Robbie setting people up, man. Don't be listening. He gonna tell you to go in the door or some shit, and you gonna get your shit pushed in. Look at him laughing.
Dude, I know firsthand. I
That
got
shit
the
is so funny.
man. Been there, done that. Sent Rob some swear words.
Yeah, but yeah, even in the comments, they're telling me, bro, if you don't get on fucking House of Usher,
Yeah,
fucking
so and it's from the
Yeah.
dude that did The Shining, and there was another one too, Doctor Sleep. And he ties like little elements in there. Tay knows all about it. She loves this guy, obviously, like in the way he does his shows and stuff, So, but yeah, hit Tay up. She'll tell you all about it.
Yep.
So also I had on here Goosebumps. I don't know if y'all been on Goosebumps.
What's about that, man?
Dude, Goosebumps.
Yeah.
It was a good season. Like instead of doing a movie, they did it into a season. And it's like I remember I watched like I think it was like episode 6, and I was like, oh, it ended, man. That's not kind of how I wanted it to end. It was weird. But then it come back with the episode 7 and then 8. I was like, oh damn, they're swerving me. I like it. I was like, damn, they got me. And when you're watching a TV show like that, it's meant for kids and teenagers. But I'm sitting there hooked because I'm a big fan, right? I love Goosebumps. I grew up on that shit, and I was just like, damn.
I just remember they tried to do the movie with Jack Black, and shout out Jack Black. You know, he's a legend, nerd culture legend. I don't care what you guys think
Yes.
about it. My man is
Yes.
If anybody
he's
says anything different or bad about Jack Black,
solidified as a Hall of Fame. We need to do like a USDN Hall of Fame. Put him in
Oh,
there.
we do.
And then
Yes.
so
just
here's how this is going to go down. I know we're doing 2023 closeout into the first month of 2024.
yes,
Next year, I'm sorry, not next year. We are in next year. 2024, December, the final show, we will do a 2024 wrap and we'll start the Hall of Fame.
there you go.
Jack
Okay.
Black is a legendary member.
Yeah, I mean, it should just be
There
one
we
of the
go.
things. Like we'll do the Hall of Fame at the end, but like throughout the year, if we're just sitting here and we're just like, bro, this dude has been, you know, just contributing to the world of nerdom and not getting his
In a
flowers.
big way.
And like this, it's always those people that don't get their flowers that have done so much for the culture,
Yes.
and we just need to just give them their flowers across all these like we just like the small little niche audience we have now, bro.
Mhm. The
We will
lady
give
that
flowers.
plays the Raven
Yeah.
Yes.
in the fall of the House of Usher.
See, talk
Is-
to them.
She is one of those actresses where when she shows up, the movie or show is going to be phenomenal. Guaranteed. Even if she doesn't have a significant role in it, but if she's in it, she's read the script and she knows what's up. And that's the type of lady she is. She's classy like that. But Goosebumps, y'all. Get on that. Justin Long in it. Justin Long cemented himself over the last couple of years as the horror genre's male screen queen. Don't care what you say. That's the thing. He's it.
Okay. Okay.
So Mayfair Witches, I know Jen brought that up. That's on my list to watch. Wolfpack is also on my list of stuff to watch. It's very Teen Wolf-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Then I seen this one, Lockwood and Co. I haven't watched it yet, but it looked very interesting on Netflix. So I'm gonna hit that one up later. And then
Uh-huh.
It's
finally,
decent.
Wednesday. Let's talk Wednesday. Wednesday came out early 2023, I believe it was.
Yeah.
It's already been renewed for season 2. And on top of that, we're getting a spinoff for Uncle Fester. So I'm hoping that we get a little bit more Pudsley in the next one. I know Jenna Ortega and a bunch of others have already said that season 2 is going to really focus in on the horror aspect of the Addams family. And each episode is going to be like a small movie. So we're probably looking at like an hour plus episodes for season 2.
Nice.
So that's what's up. That's some breaking news. I haven't broke down on USDN yet.
Well,
But
shit.
that's something.
Nice. I was very surprised with Wednesday. I wasn't sure whether or not I mean I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I didn't go into it with high hopes. One, I didn't know anything about Jenna Ortega.
So I knew
But
about Jenna Ortega.
I loved Morticia and Gomez. And a lot of people were like,
No,
that's
they
not
said that
Gomez.
shit.
And I'm like, you guys need to
The
look at
original
the
Gomez was
original Gomez. And he was creepy as fuck.
Yes.
Very creepy. And Pugsley, now, I will say this. I don't like the way they did my man Pugsley.
No,
Pugsley
they
has
did it
always
dirty.
gotten he's always gotten a bad rep in the movies and stuff like that. But in the earlier books and stuff, um, Pugsley was about that fucking life too. You
He was
know,
a
he's
fucking menace,
crazy.
dude. Put it out there. He was a
He
fucking
is.
menace.
He
That dude
is.
was trying to kill
So,
Wednesday every episode. Everyone. Every single comic book. He tried to kill her.
so I'm looking forward to what comes next with Wednesday. So it was good for me. I didn't even mind about the werewolf girl with the. That's all I
So
can do is
it
my
added
nails.
something different to it, right? It was a new element they brought into it. The school was a new element they brought into it. Um, But it was good. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I was like you. I went into it with low expectations, came out of it with my mind blown. Like I enjoyed it that much, and I knew Jenna Ortega from like Disney Channel shows that my daughter used to watch because I would sit down and watch it with her. And yeah, I'm looking forward to season 2. And I know it's in production right now, and I know Jenna Ortega's coming up soon in Beetlejuice, so that's going to be something interesting to look at as well. So
Oh, and
yeah,
the huge shout out that she did to the original Wednesday Adams during the
well,
dance when
the
she did the
second
little
original
when she did the little dance, the
Ricci.
the
I can't say her
shuffle
name.
step.
Christina Ricci.
No, I'm talking about the
No,
original
The
TV series.
original. Okay.
There's
That's it.
in the original TV series,
Yes.
she always was trying to dance, and there was a
She
scene where
boogie,
she
man.
did
I
the
don't care what
little
anybody says.
boogie in the original TV series. And during that dance school dance scene, when she goes off and she does the little footsteps out there after she does the goose steps and all that stuff, she does the little foot. That was a throwback to the original Wednesday Adams dancing. And I was like, okay. Now Matt may not have seen it because it was in black and white.
I seen it. I seen it.
bro, when Nickelodeon would go off and Nick at Night came on and the Monsters came on, I'm
Dude, Dick
just
Van
like,
Dyke, man. Marilyn,
I'm like, what?
Marilyn, come on,
This
man.
isn't color TV.
And Dick Van Dyke is where it was at. Mary Tyler Moore, come on, man.
Ray Tyler Moore show was in color. Now Dick Van
Not
Dyke,
always.
Dick Van Dyke was not.
I think the
Mary
first
Tyler
season of
Moore
Mary
show,
Tyler Moore was in black and white.
the Mary Tyler Moore show when she was at the news thing
Yeah,
with Ed Eisner as the boss.
yeah. I thought the original season was in black and white.
That shit was in colors, man, bro.
Maybe
Me
it
and
was
Nick
just
at Night
because I was
like this.
before my TV was still in
Nick at
black and
Night show
white.
was in color. I'm there. That shit in black and white. Miss me with that. Donna Reed, out of here. Leave it to Beaver, out of here. Fuck that shit. Old
Missed
school
out, man.
Menace, out of here.
Out of here.
Bro, I'm not a dog. I see in color, baby. Give me them colors.
Speaking of color, let's move over to the colored stuff.
Whoa.
Wait,
Anime.
what?
What are you talking about right now? Oh, this show is PG-13, man. What you on about?
Go ahead and screen.
I don't go that way, man. Cut out for that life. You know where I live?
We getting into the animated section, baby. Let's go. I love this part.
Let's roll into the anime.
All right. I see what you gave us. So
man.
Scavenger's Reign is the first one.
Yeah, that
It's
one
on
was
Mac.
recommended by Jen. So shout out to Jen for shouting that out.
Yep.
Black. It was a bad transition, Tay, okay? It was a bad transition. I was in a moment. And the transition didn't go as well as I thought. Because as soon as I said it, I seen Matt's eyes. I was like, that is how he knew he fucked up.
It's all good. So Scavenger's Reign. So you've seen you watched the whole the season, right?
Start to finish, man.
Was it one of those like once you started like, bro, I'm hooked?
No, it took me about a week to get through it. I had to power through.
Right.
And it's not the story or anything. I don't know. It just is one of those where it didn't grab me and pull me in like some of them do.
Right.
But overall, once you got into it, probably those last like 3 episodes, I was committed. I was in it at that point. But it took me a little bit to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, though, I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was it had that old school anime feel to it, so I really liked that about it. So
the animation reminded me. You remember when like Adult Swim would have like those one-off weird ass cartoons and shit.
Yeah.
It'd be like from 12 to 12:15. This show, and you're just like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? You know,
the Max,
right? You're just like something. The mayor of whatever town. You're just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, bro, where's Toonami at, bro? Just give me my fucking anime already. Like, fuck all this shit, bro. Like, where's Samurai Jack at? Like, why am I watching?
Exactly.
But I watched about 4 episodes and I kind of, I kind of fell off of it, not because it was bad. The animation kind of threw me off, and there was a lot of things that I don't know. Like there was other shows that were competing with my time to
Yeah.
watch, so I haven't finished it. I will finish it based on Jen and
Yeah.
Eric were talking about it. Black, who's in the comments, was like, "Bro, this like Black was just like this shit is lit."
Yeah.
You know, and I'm all for, everything isn't for everybody. Like it may bring some people in. It may take a while for other people to get in. Some people are just like, it's not for me. But I'm kind of in the middle with that, so I'll finish it and then I'll
Taking it right here, man. It was different, and like you never knew what way it was going in
That is true,
because it didn't end the way I thought it was.
bro. There are episodes I'm watching. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, and it doesn't end the way you think it does either. So just prepare yourself.
Did you watch it, Rob?
All right.
Check it.
No, I'll have to put that one on my list.
It's on Max, so watch it before that goes away.
Okay.
Everybody
All right.
listening, everybody watching the video, if we say a show is on Max, I don't know how long that bitch gonna be around.
It's tomorrow.
Hey, DC already taking shit off of there. They're just like, Batman's off that bitch, so who knows what's gonna be on there for how long. So if it's on Max right now, if you're thinking about watching it, go check that shit out.
You better watch it now.
Pretty soon, the only thing that's going to be on there is the Suicide Squad, the second one, and Peacemaker. That's
Yep.
it.
And
Well,
Dr.
Commandos is going to be on there, I think.
And Dr. Pimple Popper. Yes.
Dr. Pimple Popper. If you into that.
If you into that. But yeah, so I know you got so we were talking about the last quarter of in a side chat, the last quarter of 2023, and how like Netflix really came out the gate with some
They
good
come out
stuff.
swinging that last quarter.
So I noticed one thing that's not on here for the animated section, and we'll talk about it slightly, is the Castlevania was it Nocturne?
Nocturnus. Yeah.
Nocturne.
Bro.
It's on my list. I seen the preview for it, and I immediately pulled out my notebook and wrote it down.
Yeah. I don't know if you've checked out the previous 2 Castlevania series they got.
The first one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
With Alucard, bro, get on that.
Yes.
Oh my
Nasty
God,
work. Nasty.
Bro, fam. Well done. Like, well done. I know you haven't seen it. It is well done. I love it because as a kid you play Castlevania and you're just playing like the game. You're not worried about the lore or anything.
Yeah.
No shit.
I'm gonna be straight up honest. I'm playing that shit and I'm just trying to beat the game. I'm not trying to learn no lore, nothing. I'm just like, I just got to beat this boss. As I get older, you start looking back and you're just like, man, there's a whole lot more to what was going on behind the scenes.
That's like the Resident Evil games. You didn't play the Resident Evil games for the story, but then you catch the anime and you're like, damn, that was in this? Like that was part of part 1? How the hell did I miss it? So no, but it is officially on the list.
But yeah, so Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Phenomenal.
You seen it, Rob?
Yes.
What do you think?
Phenomenal. It is it was one of the better ones that I seen this season. The best. It was dope. I didn't know if I would like it at first. And I'm gonna be honest, the first episode I was like, okay, all right, okay. And then I was like, yeah, okay. All right, this is
I watched episode 1 and it was like, episode 2 was like, you ain't moving for the next 4 hours, bud. And it was true.
And I really got into it. And it was surprising, the little guy with the nubs, the chef dude.
Chef, yeah.
Very surprising at how much of a factor he was in everything. It was one of those, that really blew me away, that the side character was just as important as the main character.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a great story. Now the premise of it, I think I've seen it done in other things before.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of had an understanding, like, it's feudal Japan, shoguns are running it. Here comes technology. The Western comes in here, tries to bring in all this other stuff. I do like the fact that for what, like, she's just trying to find, I guess she's trying, I don't want to ruin it, but she's chasing after somebody for a particular reason. And as the show goes along, you kind of get on her side. Like, the people that she's after, they're portrayed as like very despicable motherfuckers and shit out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go read a history book. They were
It's
that
not
bad.
just it's
They were
not
that
your
Them
regular
people
daddy.
need to die like a lot.
It's not your regular daddy issues. It's
No.
like
No.
these but yeah, the cast of characters is great. The voice casting is amazing.
Yep.
Um,
The animation itself is
yeah, it reminded me of
Yeah.
Arcane type animation.
Yeah.
It's well, no,
Yes.
not Arcane. If
I
you've
say I
watched
just watched Arcane and I actually enjoyed it.
what is it, like the anime that's more like CGI? Like, I think the latest one was like Berserk, right?
Yeah,
The
Berserk.
newest edition of Berserk,
Right.
which is like widely hated, based on the animation and how it
It was
doesn't
the
really
way it was done though, and the way it was presented. And it may have been the story too, because it was 100% CGI, I think.
I think the way they did it, I'm just like, this is how it's supposed to be done. If you want to use CGI to kind of animate
Mhm.
a very I guess anime-ish themed show, this is how you do it. Like, because the animation didn't distract me like it did in Berserk 2018 or whatever, that 2016, whenever that one came out. But the animation flowed nice, the story went well, voice actors killed it, written well. I have no complaints about Blue Eye Samurai. I watched it like in 2 days, killed it.
It's a must.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't pull no punches on BES. They brought in big names, big guns, and knocked it out of the park. I know
Yep.
this next one we're going to talk about is Willie was all over it. The moment it dropped, he's like, Scott Pilgrim takes off. You got to watch
I'm
that
a
shit,
Scott
man.
Pilgrim fanboy.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched it in one day, loved it.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
pretty short too, right? Like
it was
25-minute
short,
Yeah.
episodes.
you know,
Yeah.
About,
and it was they took Scott Pilgrim takes on the world, flipped it, and it worked brilliantly.
Yep. So I got the books. Obviously, they were written by I think Brian Lee O'Malley, Canadian comic dude. There's 6 volumes. It's a graphic novel. Edgar Wright then picked it up. So shout out Edgar Wright, amazing director. If you don't know, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, a lot of the things with Simon Pegg. He was
Simon Pegg
behind
is
it.
a genius, dude. I love him.
Baby Driver, he directed that as well. He's
That one was surprised. That one surprised me right there. Baby Driver, I did not expect it, but it was good.
bro, I love
Yeah.
but yeah, so they direct the movie. It's kind of like a cult following now, so it still travels. They still play it at, like, midnight
Mhm.
showings places. Crowds show up cosplaying the characters and stuff. I think they like it because of the throwback to a lot of the 8-bit Nintendo.
Yep.
Because a lot of that was paying homage to that in Scott Pilgrim. So now you get the Scott Pilgrim takes over, or Scott Pilgrim takes off, and they take the characters and they kind of redo the story. So instead of the Seville even exit, like Evil X's, where Gideon is the master, he loses a battle to the first dude that Scott beats the fuck up in the movie, right? Matthew Patel. So now Matthew
Yep.
Patel,
Yeah.
it just turns it on its head. So now, even though I read the books and watched the movie, I'm watching this like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, right? They bring back a lot of
Yeah.
cast from the
It
movie,
was every single one of them was there.
right?
Like nobody
Chris
skipped
Evans
out.
came back to
Yeah.
the Lucas Lee. I'm just like,
Yep.
bro, Chris Evans is hot in Hollywood right now. For him to come back to the voice Lucas Lee, that's what's up. So, I just love the direction it's going. The end of season 1, they easily segued into a potential season 2.
Yep.
I haven't heard anything confirmed from Netflix yet, but I mean, I'm just like, bro, if a lot of these shows you putting out Netflix, you giving Adam Sandler a lot of movies, bro. You can kind of not do one of them and put that money to he gets to a Scott
Next,
Pilgrim.
this next movie that Adam Sandler has coming out may be his last on his Netflix contract.
What?
How about the one where he's voicing the lizard?
No, he's got that space movie coming out.
Oh my fucking!
Oh yeah.
It's fucking just.
He's got mouths to feed, man.
Bro, like I'm no disrespect to Adam Sandler. Like he was groundbreaking. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, you know what I'm saying? Killing it.
Yes, it's Adam Sandler, but in space.
Oh
That
my
really
God.
sums it up.
Say, get out of here.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Worst advertising for a movie ever. The only thing that could be worse is co-starring Anthony Mackie. You know, and I'm just like, I can't watch that shit.
He's going to show up in that movie now just for you.
Stop it.
He is. With Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Stop, bro.
His sight
Stop.
hits.
Kevin Hart has that fucking new movie out that people are just trashing.
Lift.
You're talking about the one where he's is it Lift? The one where he's trying to hijack an airplane?
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
if you like Money Heist, you're gonna like, bro. Money Heist is amazing.
Money Heist is good.
Money
But
Heist is great.
don't tell me everything that was built up in Money Heist to make it great. And you're saying this fucking hour 40-minute movie with Kevin Hart and them is equal to Money Heist? Stop it right now.
No.
I will fight people on the internet.
So I got two more on here. I put Skull Island on there. I don't know if y'all watched it.
What's that on?
Skull
Skull
Island
Island is on Netflix.
Okay.
And it's
I'll add that
King
to my
Kong
list.
on the island. And
It was actually pretty good.
It was. Yeah, it was. I was
Oh, yeah?
not going in with high hopes, and I came out on the other end with high hopes. Like, they got to give me a season 2.
Yeah, they got to. Hopefully.
But I mean, you get all kinds of kaiju that show
Right.
up in this show. It was great. And then I got on here Japanese Tales of the Macabre, because that was what's his name, the Japanese horror guy.
Don't know. Let me ask Google.
Mm.
So it's
Trying to
Junji Ito,
normalize asking Google.
and they animated his books, and it was pretty good. It was okay.
Is it like an anthology?
It is an anthology. So the
Oh, bro, I know exactly what you're talking
the
about.
previous year they did Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. 2023.
The minute I typed it in, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't great either. If you want Junji Ito, read the book. That's my take on it.
Gotcha.
But that's all I got for anime, because like,
now animation that was pretty much where I'm at. Obviously, you got JJK season 2.
yeah.
I think Chainsaw Man was earlier this year. So
so Chainsaw Man I put on there because I did enjoy Chainsaw Man.
Yep. So I mean, you got that
was
anime, but we were just trying to hit on some of the things that I want to say flew under the radar, because
I think they did. I think Blue Eye Samurai deserved more than what it got.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim. I mean, I'm just a fan. I'm a Scott Pilgrim.
I put Scott Pilgrim on there for fan service. That was fan service.
I appreciate you throwing it on the list, man. That was my shit.
So let's do this. Let's transition to video games. Because 2023 was a good year for video games, in my opinion.
Hey,
and that may be because I finally broke down and bought a PS5. I finally stepped up to the next gen console.
There we go.
I was walking through the BX and they had it on sale.
Bro, you had
the 1 terabyte with the disk drive. I was like, I walked by it. I stopped. I backed up. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get this shit.
It's like, because if I leave and I come back, this shit is not going to be here. And I'm going to be sad.
Dude, there was like 8 of them.
Yeah.
And I grabbed one. I go to check out.
I saw a bunch of
and one of the guys I work with is right behind me with one too. He's like, couldn't pass it up, could you? I was like, you neither, huh? With our PS5s.
When I walked by, this was back in March of 23. It was like when it was bundled with God of War Valhalla. And I'm just like, nah, I'll wait. And then I was walking to the register and I seen like 6 senior airmen walking back towards electronics. I'm like, they about to take all these hoes. Let me go get one right now. Because I already know what they was doing.
Star cards in hand, man. Star cards.
Hey, the senior mafia call went out.
Oh yeah, they sent that text. Hey, they got PS5s at the BX. Like, hey, let me get the shit.
Sitting in the office, and all of a sudden, all the cell phones start going ding, 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 ding. You better run your ass over to the BX. Something going on.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously you have Baldur's Gate on here. That's the one everybody's talking about. Let's save this for last. Can we talk about Baldur's Gate?
Let's save that one for last.
I want to give the other ones their love before Rob comes on.
Let's just jump straight into Spider-Man 2 because that's really what brought me back in. Well, not Spider-Man 2. Diablo 4 is what brought me back into PlayStation.
Okay. Diablo 4 was my first kind of delve into the Diablo world.
It was my first time since Diablo 1 on PC.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I've always been a console baby. I never had a computer made for gaming.
Well, back then you didn't really have to have a console for
like my dad, it was my dad's work computer, so it's like he wouldn't let us just upload stuff on there, right?
Enjoy, Tay.
So it was one of those.
Later, Tay.
But I saw the hype it was getting. I had a couple people in Arizona who was before, like when they were developing, they were telling me about it. So when it came out, I was looking at like visually, it's a beautiful game. The world of Sanctuary is very dark, very like, bro, it's a lot of fucking bad shit going on out here.
3 days. That's how long it took me to get into the server the first time.
Oh, you got it on launch?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. If you got it day one launch, like a lot of these games where you got to get on the server, bro, it crashes.
Even still now, when I go to get on, I have issues getting into the server.
Oh, bro, I will tell you right now, I haven't really been on because I got it for Xbox. So I've been playing Diablo on that. Then I stepped away when Spider-Man 2 was like, October's coming, Spider-Man 2. And I jumped on Spider-Man 2, and it's been a while since I looked at my Xbox. I ain't gonna hold you. I got on Spider-Man 2, and I was just I was like, this is what gaming is about.
I'm not gonna lie.
There we go.
I got Spider-Man Day 1 edition. Like I bought it online, woke up, it was downloaded, ready to go. And I was just like,
I told my wife, I was like, I get home.
And I'm a horrible gamer. You watched me play before, Willie. I'm horrible. But that's still fun as hell.
It's the story. You're playing that shit through, man. I told my wife, I was like, hey, babe, October 20th is coming out. Don't expect me to come to bed till like about 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Because once you're in the middle of the story,
I start gaming at 8, and I'll be playing, and it'll be like, do this one mission. You finish the mission, and it just teases you into like what's happening next. You're like, well, let me run this next one real quick.
It ain't real quick.
Well, let me run this next one real quick. And next thing you know, I'm looking, motherfucker, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I just put the controller down and fall asleep in the recliner downstairs. I'm like, I'm not even trying to go upstairs.
People have other issues.
I ain't even trying to go up there because, like, bro, let me tell you, when I go up there, and the reason I'm going upstairs is late because I'm gaming. Like, I'll get into bed and she'll like reach over and look at her phone and see like it's fucking 4:15 in the morning.
Oh yeah,
and she. So you finally decided to come to bed. I'm like, I don't want to hear all that. Oh, come on, man.
It's time to sleep.
Girl, you know I'm tired. I've been gaming since 8 o'clock. It's 6 hours later.
Black said it had him up like he's 23 again.
Bro, like it's bad. Like single player story driven games, get my ass, bro.
Let me get this one mission in. Let me get this one in.
Jeff knows.
Let me confess, I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet.
That's fine. Yeah. It's. Have you played Spider-Man 1?
Yes.
Have you played Spider-Man Miles Morales? bro. You're in for a
No.
oh my god. When you get a chance,
He
I mean,
my
it's free on the PlayStation Plus. I don't know if you have that. Miles
right.
Morales is free on
Yeah.
there. We'll give it a shot.
My son has my youngest one, Gerard, the second half of Comic Wars, has he has told me that if I don't play Miles Morales, he will disown me because he's like, listen, Dad, you're lame, you're late, you need to get on it. And he's been playing Spider-Man 2 on his off days of work. And he's told me, Dad, you're lame, you're late, you need to get on it.
Gotta get on it, man. It's there's some missions in there that will have you fucking throw in your controller.
Bro, the way they do Venom in Spider-Man 2. I love it. There's a lot of people that hate it because in the comics, bullet like, bro, I'm when it comes to like the world of comics and fiction, like, bro, you take whatever artistic liberty you have and you just take that risk. If the story slaps,
So it was
congrats.
also
The story slaps.
license
Yeah.
issues with the video game and the comic book too.
Right.
I will put that out there. That's why they did it the way they did do it in
Right.
this instance. But it worked. At first, I was like, man, I don't know. But then I was like, you know what?
All right, AD. Take care, bro. But
Enjoy
yeah,
it.
See you later,
it
eh?
works for me. It worked for
It
me.
worked.
I love how fucking dangerous they made Craven. Like they
Dude,
gave because everybody was
not
seeing
gonna
the
lie
little
to
Craven movie
Raven
trailer,
had me fucking pulling hair out.
bro.
This motherfucker.
People were
Like,
seeing the movie trailers for Craven, like this ain't it. And
Like
Sony
Raven,
was
legit, Craven in the comics he was a fucking issue.
bro. And
big
the game got him. The game got him as an issue.
yeah. You gonna spend some time on Craven, brother.
Okay.
You gonna spend some time on him. You gonna
Let
pick that
me let me
controller up
finish
2 times.
let me finish my first playthrough of BG3 and then I'll get on
Your
Spider-Man
fourth
2.
playthrough?
My first.
I thought you
First.
already beat it.
No,
No,
dude,
you know what?
I'm on
You gotta hit them side
You
missions.
lying because I'm gonna download it
no.
for PlayStation this weekend and we gonna play.
Okay.
Look,
Yeah,
look.
Yeah.
let's do it.
I'll start over again because I'm hold
He
on, we're
said,
not there yet. Stop
look, look,
drawing
look.
me in.
He said,
Right.
I'm gonna play.
So
I'm
we
gonna
talked
play
about Diablo
Spider-Man.
4.
Yeah.
We talked about Spider-Man 2. Let's hit up
Mhm.
this Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I don't know if y'all played it.
I
but
did.
This is one of the main reasons why I bought a PS5, to be fair.
Mhm.
And I enjoyed the shit out of it.
I'm
Cal
assuming you
Kestis
played
and that guy. I'm still
you played
playing that.
Fallen
Don't play
Order,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I love this. I would like to see this be
Can all day. Give me some Cal
brought
Kestis
into
on
the
the
bro.
big
There's a
screen.
lot of Star Wars games. I want to see Star Killer on the on the small screen, if not big
I know.
screen.
No.
I do.
That one's a
I
touchy
do.
subject.
I want to see Star Killer. I want to see what's his what's his name? Cal
Kestis.
Kestis.
Kyle Kestis.
I want to see him on there. The biggest thing I want, and this is not like they keep doing all this weird shit with Ray and shit. I'm just like, can we get some old Republic shit on here real quick, please? Like, can
So we're
y'all
about to. Similar, something close to it anyway. Something
can we get some
prior
Malik
to
and
that.
Raven? You know what I'm saying? Can we get some of that?
We're about to
And
get the Acolyte, which is set before all that stuff happens. That's in the original
Yes.
Empire, I think.
mhm. That's all I'm asking. But
So we'll see what that brings
Cal
us. 'Cause
Kestis and his
the
group.
Acolyte is being kept tight-lipped. We don't really know anything about it yet.
Mhm.
So we'll see what that brings us. I got a feeling that one's going to change the scope. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cross.
But Survivor was dope. Obviously, I have it on console. I heard the biggest complaint was the PC port was buggy. People couldn't play it. It was
Yeah.
damn near unplayable. And I'm sitting here with my Xbox fucking Series X, like sucks to
Jamming
suck.
it up.
Yeah. I
Yep.
thought you guys were the master race over here. What the fuck's happening with y'all? You know what I'm saying?
It's been fixed on
Yeah.
PC. It's been fixed on PC. They can stop complaining now.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit this.
But it plays
BG3.
from now.
Let's hit BG3 because this motherfucking game, man.
But hold on. There's one more that deserves talk before we get into BG3. and
Mortal
that's
Kombat 1.
Hogwarts.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about Hogwarts because I did share today.
Thank you, Rob.
Because Hogwarts was the top selling video game of 2023. It beat out Modern Warfare 3, and it's the first time since 2009 that a non-COD or Rockstar game has been the top game of the year.
Bro.
Since
Portkey Games.
What's the band game called?
What?
Where you play the drums and the guitar and
Rock
shit?
Band?
Huh?
Rock
Guitar
Band or
Hero.
Guitar
Yeah,
Hero?
Rock Band. Rock Band was
Okay.
the last time. It was so.
But that game was amazing. I loved it. I dabbled in Harry Potter stuff, but I got the game. Being able to just fly around and explore that world was a joy for me to do. Learning the spells, being able to, you get your house and figuring out what kind of magic you want to be, what kind of wizard you want to be. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
Abracadabra, that was in my spell book. Like, it's a dark art. I ain't tell nobody I had it. I was still out there trying to be, I'm gonna save the world, but I'll kill a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck with me. Like,
Sometimes
I dabbled in the dark arts. I had a couple dark arts in my bag. I ain't gonna hold you, but yeah, just the that just opened my eyes. And like I was saying, when the queens were doing their Wizarding World deep dive, like, to me,
Yeah.
as just dabbling in the Wizarding World, the only schools I thought existed was Hogwarts and the other schools that came for the Goblet of Fire tournament, right?
The Tri-Series, yeah.
Yeah. And then when we get there, and old girl's like, "Oh yeah, I went to the Wizarding school that's in Africa." I was like, "Oh, what?
Yes.
Yeah, there's schools in different continents. Like, what is?" And they're like, "Bro, the Wizarding World is wide the fuck open." So I'm just like,
Yes.
there is so much possibility. Like, there has to be a sequel game or like some downloadable content or something to this game. The game is amazing to play. I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of playing that. You played it, Rob? Oh, I know you played it.
Yes.
I did not.
My first
Y'all
playthrough.
got me wanting to play it.
My first playthrough, I played a goody goody. I did not pick any of the unforgivable curses.
What house were
I
you?
just didn't. Hufflepuff.
And you answered honestly to the questions?
Yes. I am a
Hey, Jen.
Hufflepuff.
Jen, you got another badger over here. You got another badger over here.
But it was crazy because I still to this day, every now and then I will just I'll turn the game on and just fly. All I'm doing is flying around,
Let's get on the broom and take
fighting
off.
random people, and just I'm just flying around. It's relaxing, but the lore that they go into in the depth that they go into with this game is amazing. It is I mean
It's such a large
it
game.
touches, yes. And it was very well done. I just loved everything about this game.
Just
I
running
found out
around. Just running around
I'm not the
Hogwarts.
best. Yeah, I'm not the best duelist. I found that out.
And that's
But
okay.
I could do pretty good. I was all right. But
Yeah.
it's everything else that ties that game together that really does a great service to the Harry Potter world, which I'm a Potterhead. Um, I
Are you?
I get yes, I'm
Is that
low key a real Potterhead.
But is that
It's say what?
is that
It's
legal in
legal
your
in my
Is
state,
that
in the
legal?
wizarding world. But it's one of those things that I took a lot of joy in playing that game. Yeah.
I gotta check it out. It's one of those where I keep hoping that, like, I'll turn on the PlayStation and I immediately go
No,
to the game
just
store just
keep
to see if
checking.
it's on
Yeah. Keep checking the store. I'm sure
Yeah.
it'll be on a discount soon, man. Because it'll be about to be a year since it's
It's
been
about to
out.
be a year, so
Yeah.
Black. Yeah, I remember Black saying these movies are ridiculous. And once you watch the greatest thing about the movies is she created them and wrote them to age with her audience. So people that are saying, I can't get into the Sorcerer's Stone, which is the first one, it's because it was made for kids around Harry's age. But by the time you get to the Deathly Hollows, and it's
Just
so
grown up.
deep, and
Bro,
the
it was tough watches till Prisoner of Azkaban. Once I saw that PG-13 rating, I was like, let me see what it. Oh shit!
Prisoner of Azkaban is probably one of my. That's probably one of my favorite Harry Potter movies.
The minute Harry Potter with the PG-13, I was like, hey, so we about to check this Harry Potter movie out, or you know,
hats off to the queens for delving into the Potter
the deep dive.
universe.
So that was
Yeah.
Yes, the deep dive. But I tell you, and it's one of those things that a character, and it's not often that this happens, but a character that I thoroughly revile became probably one of my most favorite literary characters ever, and that was Severus Snape.
yes.
You talk about character art.
That
Full circle.
Well, hold on, not just the character arc, because when you realize that, and I know we're going off here, but just this little quick, from the moment he met Harry, he was dropping dimes. Like he said that he asked him, "Well, do you know what you get when such and such happens?" When you translate that into Latin, what he was saying, the flower that he mentioned was a type of lily. Lily was Harry's mother. And the way that it happens when you pour absinthe on it or wormwood, it's a state of remorse. He was in the first moment he met Harry, he told him, I deeply regret your mother's death.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, what?
That's some deep shit right
You
there.
fucking my mom.
What? Dude.
Before she met his dad, yeah.
And when
You
he
don't
when
feel
he
bad about my
when he
dad, bro.
did his oh, he hated his dad. And when he did his whatchamacallit, and it was the stag, and
Yeah.
Dumbledore said, he said, "Oh, Severus still," and he goes, "Always, bruh." The depth of his, and then when he was dying, and he looked at Harry, and he says, "You have your mother's eyes,
If
dude."
that didn't
What,
put a tear in your eye when he said that shit, you ain't human.
Mm.
dude?
That was
The
one of those.
eyes you most love set in the face of a guy that you absolutely hate. Fuck out of here! I'd have beat Harry's ass too.
Honorable
Calm down,
mention.
sir.
Honorable mention.
Made
Where
him
the
leave
fuck he
the chat.
go? He'll come back.
This man.
Honorable mention. Mortal Kombat 1 before we roll into Baldur's Gate. When Rob comes back from his break.
Oh, you a fighting game, dude?
I'm a Mortal Kombat guy. I love the story of that plays out in Mortal Kombat in story mode.
Yeah.
But that's basically it. I don't get on there and fight other people. I just like the story mode of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'm not a big online player when it comes to fighting games because I know there's people who like take that shit to a level that
Way
I
too
will never get
seriously.
at. The motherfuckers that go to like Evo championships and shit and compete for.
Dude, those dudes playing in Tekken tournaments for $500,000 purses.
And I mean, if I'm trying to get a half of it, like I put some time into the practice too. But I mean, when I'm coming from a 9 to 5 and sit down and be like, let me just jump. Oh, no. All right.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking served.
I got the Mortal Kombat Deluxe Edition. So we're at GameStop.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you got any? It was day 2 drop. So it was the day after it dropped. I was like, hey, do you have any more of those day 1 editions? And the guy was like, hang on, I got you. He opens up the counter, hands me the day 1 edition of Mortal Kombat 1. It was like, here you go. I'm like, dude, are you serious? He's like, yeah. So he's like, I ordered the deluxe edition. He downloaded it, but he also pre-ordered it through GameStop. So he literally sold me his copy of the day 1 edition. So that's how I ended up with Mortal Kombat 1 day 1.
Nice.
I loved it.
Damn.
Loved the story mode. But that's just me. But now that Gibbs is back, let's
Sorry
roll
about that.
BG3. Man, you might dropped us so hard it wasn't even funny.
I should have beat Harry's ass. Look,
Like literally, we were silent for.
Harry, watch out! He coming, Harry, watch out!
I went to go get Harry.
Harry, he coming.
You got a flip flop. You in trouble, boy. Let's hit that BG3.
All right, talk to us about Baldur's Gate, boy.
Okay. Baldur's Gate 3 is probably one of the greatest RPG games that I've ever played. And I go back past Zelda, before Zelda, all of that stuff. It is just so immense that the only way that you can power through this game, and I mean power through it, if you were blowing through this game, you were cheating and you have help. You were looking at everything that's online and finding out answers because hot damn, that game has so much to it.
Literally. Every twist, every turn, everything you do, everything you touch will fuck your story mode the fuck up.
It is I mean, from the character creation. Let's start there.
Talking about that rated R character creation.
Look.
Heads up would have been nice on that one.
Sorry about that. I was trying to tell Mac was like, hey, you can do this? And then he goes, how do you whoa, hold on. That was hilarious.
Because the character creation would be like genitals. I was just like, bro, like I'm wearing pants. I can't what's the difference between shit? Here go Rob.
Find out.
There's an option for you to remove clothes. Like, I don't see that. And then I scrolled down, it's like remove clothing. And then it was like bloom, and then it was just a fucking
big old dick.
Big old dick with fucking with gray pubes on the screen. And I'm just like, oh no. I was like, oh shit, oh. Why you ain't tell me?
What do you think's gonna happen when you remove clothes? There's gonna be a dick out.
I'm building my character. My daughter walks in, and there's a big old dong on the TV. I'm like trying to get. She's like, "Dad, I'm a teenager,
I'm trying to get it fucking not atomically correct to the guy,
to the guy.
No, I'm asking now.
To the guy.
I'm asking you, Rob.
Yeah.
Why is that even an option?
Because
there's romantic scenes.
Yes, and there are romantic scenes where
G3 is a softcore porno, dude. You didn't know that?
It has the
Does
one romantic. No, they don't show but I'm gonna tell you this.
Afterglow.
I'm gonna tell you this. I hooked up with Karlach, the tiefling barbarian chick.
You fucking freak.
And well, first of all, fuck both of y'all on that right there.
I wanted to fucking spawn of hell.
Because when I tell you that story right there, her part of that story, I've got to see that through the end. So that's my boo thing in the game, right? Whenever I do, I was trying to talk to.
Who else was you trying to holler at?
Oh man, I was gonna try and holler at all of them.
You got to spit that game.
But I'm gonna tell you, for my first playthrough, I'm being a goody guy, right? I'm not doing bad shit. They
call me Dirt Diggler for a reason.
But when I heard her backstory and started talking to her, I was like, okay, this is my character's boo. Okay, I'm gonna see this through. And right now, I don't think we're gonna have a good ending. Like I said, I haven't finished my first playthrough yet, but I just don't think that romance is going to be one that's gonna have a happy ending. But yeah, there was a romantic scene where let's just say I don't think in my real life I've ever been manhandled like that before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have. You just refuse to remember that part of it.
No. I will tell you if I was manhandled.
Rob, you was
Huh?
for the streets in Baldur's Gate. You was
I
for
was I was trying to be for the streets, but then after
you had to
talking
pick
with her,
one.
I,
Yeah.
I picked one, and I now hooked up with her. There you go.
So now you monogamous.
Now I'm monogamous. That's my boo thing.
She changed you. Okay. Good for
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Good for her.
So I never made it to that level with any of the others. I was putting in work, and I was trying to
Friend
tiptoe the line between the Gift Yankee and the priest girl. What did you say?
said the friend zone.
No, I put them in the friend zone.
Oh, you do the friend zoning.
Oh.
Yes, I do the friend zoning. I'm the pimp.
You don't put baby in the corner. I put you in
Now
the
I'm
corner.
gonna tell you this too. For you guys that are playing through, have fun and watch out, because some shit's gonna grab you, and you're
Bro,
gonna
there
be
was
like,
a
wait, hold. You're gonna be like, wait, hold on, hold on, wait, how did I get to this section?
bro, I'm gonna just tell you right now. There was one room when I was in I guess the sarcophagus or
Oh yeah,
the booby trap room.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, and you walk it, it'd be like, oh, there's grease over here. You like, what the fuck? You know. But my dude, since I got a rogue, it was just like, hey, there's some traps over here. Like, watch out.
Right.
You rolled, you noticed the trap, but then there was somewhere it was just like you rolled and you didn't, and I'm just like, so now I'm like on my P's and Q's. I'm looking around like, what the fuck going on out here?
It is.
And then you go to the tomb and you hit the thing and you're just like, all right, I collect this shit, and then something else triggers as you're leaving, and that whole room.
Everything you do, everything you touch,
Bro.
everything.
And for those listening, for those watching, quick save is your friend in Baldur's Gate 3.
Quick save. Always save. If you are not saving every 5 minutes,
if you do something safe,
you were wrong.
Save.
Bro, I start a conversation, quick save. I select one option, quick save. I select another option, quick save. Like, you ain't about to fuck me up this game.
That's why I gotta create a new one.
My Xbox be looking at me like, motherfucker.
My PlayStation said you were running out of space. I saved so much.
My first story is so fucked up because I made so many bad decisions in the beginning. Within the first 20 minutes, I was like, man, I done fucked up on this.
And the best thing about that game is even if you fucked up in the beginning and you have mangled stuff, you can keep playing and the game will go through. And though they affect the story, you just have to live with your fucking consequences.
Yeah.
Like I've talked to people that never picked up the wizard, that never got the wizard from the initial. And I was like, how the fuck are you in Act 2 and you never got the wizard? What the hell? And so that whole story doesn't exist for him.
Yeah. They're just playing through, or maybe they're just like, you just gotta take the time to just like, you bring up the map, look at the areas you haven't explored, be like, let me go look over here real quick.
Let me go erase the black clouds, right, covering everything, and hope I don't step into something that's gonna whoop my ass.
Quick save, bro.
But the story in itself delves into a lot of the lore and the mechanics that makes Dungeons and Dragons great.
Yep.
And I'm in Act 3. I'm close to the end, and some of the reach backs to the first two games, Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2, are amazing. I love the reach back to them, but you don't have to have played the other games to get any level of understanding.
Which is good because I ain't going back to play them.
No, those
ain't got time like that.
I hit Rob up. I'm like, bro, I'm flying on this fucking seashell, fucking octopus people. Like, what's the backstory? Like, I was like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Like, bro, we went from 0 to 100 real fucking fast. I'm just like, what's happening right now, bro?
It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, damn, let me hit Rob up real quick. And I was like, wait, fuck, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Let me Google this shit real quick.
Man, dude, I
was like, do I need to play the other games to understand what the fuck is going on right now? He's like, nah, man, it's a little throwback. You be fine. Then the plane is crashing, right? And my boy
Yeah.
looking at me, the octopus dude looking at me like, why you do this to my fucking plane, bro? And I'm just like, I'm like, and then we fall and then we stop and levitate. I'm just like, I feel like I need backstory, but I'm gonna just keep running with it and we'll see what happens, you know.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole bunch.
This
Let's see what this plays out to.
Yep.
I love how it goes through when you know you're talking to the different characters that are out there and you see the prejudices that they have. Like
Mhm.
the druids in that village really don't like the tieflings.
Nope.
And the tieflings well I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody that's out there, but they've really had a bad.
Yeah.
And then you've got all the other stuff, and both of you guys are still early in the game, so it's a lot of things that are going to happen, and it's going to come at you. This is really probably I love Hogwarts, and I've heard so much great shit about Spider-Man 2, but for me, Baldur's Gate 3 is the best game because if I go through I did something in between Act One and Act Two. I totally changed my main character's class. There's a way in which you can do that, and that's neither here nor there.
Talk about old buddy in the coffin that you wake up and take him back to your camp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I found his ass. Yeah.
And so you talk to him, and he's there's some lore about him too.
Okay.
But he'll help you, you know, if you want to redo stuff or any of that stuff. So my original guy, well, my guy who's now, he originally when I started was just a fighter, you know, and he was a pretty kick-ass fighter. But I had the Gift Yankee girl with me. She's a fighter, and I was like, oh, okay. So I switched him to a monk. Totally changes the story for me and how I play the game and how I have to do everything because it changed my party dynamic. So it was one of those things that just those different things is out there. And the path that I chose for my monk, my specialization, I played around with it a little bit too and chose one of the others. And I was a goddamn airbender. You know, I was like the fucking avatar out in this motherfucker. But I changed it back because I really like what I was doing.
Right.
Hang on.
So there's
I'll be right
there's
back.
oh copy. There's so much with that that it's just one of those things. I loved everything about it and yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm on like little day 3, like doing the long rest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got out the sarcophagus. I found old buddy that can do all the reclassing and stuff. So I'm about to move forward. I'm just trying to find time to sit down to actually enjoy and play for like longer than a couple hours because I want to do a whole lot. Like I'm like I said, I'm the dude when I bring up the map, I'm just like, ooh, what's over here? You know,
Yep.
and then we
Yes.
see what this happens, right?
I'm
I'm
about
also
to.
a quick save dude where I will quick save, run over somewhere, and if I get jumped, I go back and quick save, and I go to sneak mode, and I plot my people and plot them all over the place. Hey, like I'm the one that does the jumping. I do not get jumped. You know what I'm saying? I got jumped once, and it threw me all the way off. People's getting fucked up. I was struggling. I'm just like, I can't do this no more. So,
Yeah.
quick saving is key. Depending on what, and I got it on the balanced one, the middle difficulty. I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
it on
what I'm playing on too.
the ridiculous one.
No.
Uh,
I
I
think on
saw
my
somebody on YouTube do that, and I'm just like, that does not look like it's enjoyable at all.
no.
You know,
Did not look fun.
I think on my
It don't
third
recommend.
on my third or fourth playthrough, and I'm already planning 3 or 4 playthroughs with this.
right?
Oh yeah.
I think that I will try that
The
whatever it's called, the Iron Man, the
Mhm.
hardest one where
Yeah,
your people die and they're just dead.
they don't revive,
Yep.
They don't revive, they
and you
don't
only
do all
get
that
one
stuff.
save file.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um
What's great
that
about
that's just
you know,
ridiculous. You
It's
If
ridiculous.
you don't resurrect them, then they die.
Yeah.
Because you can still, like in Dungeons and Dragons, you can resurrect people, but it is really real. I played a game like that once. I used to play XCOM 2, and they have an Iron Man challenge where your guys die, and this is a game where you literally scrap to build the guy up, and then he dies, and the rest of your guys suck. So yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to
Like,
that, but that's on BG3. That's going to be probably my swan song for that one until they come out with the DLC. Um,
yeah,
Another thing to note is they only let you go to level 12.
really?
Yes, there's a reason for that though, because they capped it at level 12 because the wizard starting at level 12 starts to become
OP.
oh, he's seriously OP. Um, the spells and stuff that you get with your at level 12 are just ridiculous. Um, and they you don't have they have a if you're a wizard, you have a lot of spells that you can choose from. But even then, they've kind of only put so many that are in there. Um, when you start going above level 12, you start really facing to where you can like say if you have a level 16 wizard and all your other people are up there too, you can pretty
Yeah.
much start facing those god level deities and characters. And yeah, you no, this it will break the game basically.
I will say, um, because Xbox has the Series X and Series S, and PlayStation got it first because they just have the PS5. The thing with Microsoft, they were trying to make it available for both the S and the X, but the developers for Baldur's Gate 3 is just like, bro, we're not going to take shit out our game. We're not going to skimp
Yep.
on anything to make
Yep.
this
Mhm.
able to play on the lesser power Xbox Series S. So at that
Yep.
point, the powers that be at Xbox was like, fuck it, it'll just be a Series X game. Sorry for the people on Series S. You know, poor people problems, I guess. Get you a and I appreciate that because that was the fucked up part with Cyberpunk is like they were just trying to
Yep.
make it available for everything, and it came like on
It's
Series
it's
S, and people
yeah.
were just like, "Bro, this shit is trash." Like, why are you put like my whole thing is Microsoft should have just been like, "Look, this is our next thing." They shouldn't have did this two console
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't like
How
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
the
why I
whole
got
thing.
a PS5 right now.
Yeah. So I'm glad because like the possibility, I don't think any two playthroughs will be the same.
Nope.
Like the amount of customization for characters, because like with Diablo, it's like you get a rogue, you either do a melee rogue or a distance rogue, like a penetrating shot, like a ranged rogue. With Baldur's Gate, like you get the rogue. There's so many different other like because you get a rogue, but it could be an elf, it could be a human, it can be a fucking tiefling, it could be so many other different things.
And it
So
also has
it
their own
just
unique ability.
yeah.
Their own, yes.
So that on top of like you don't have to find everybody in
No.
order to play through. Like you can go straight through. You can take your time and take as long as you want to go through. Like the size of this game, which is why I'm glad they didn't skip back and go to Microsoft and be like, okay, we'll do X, Y, and Z. Like it's you either take this whole game or you don't have it on your system. And Microsoft was
Yep.
like, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down.
No, I will.
Yeah.
We'll end this section with this.
Yes.
Recently, I think it was the guys who do Assassin's Creed. They were like, "Oh, you might as well just get used to not owning your games. We're going subscription service."
Who's that?
Oh
Ubisoft?
wow.
Ubisoft and the lead
Wow.
dev over at the guys who made BG3 was like, "Dog, you fucking up. We ain't never going to do that. You buy our
Yep.
shit,
Yeah, because
it's yours."
Phil hit him up. It was just like
Yep.
because they what they wanted to do was on the Game Awards be like Baldur's Gate is on Game Pass, so they were trying to purchase the rights to put it on Game Pass, and Baldur's Gate was just like, nah, bro. As much as we put into this game,
Yep.
this is a $70 game. You paying $70 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it's
people,
worth every dollar of it.
yeah,
It's worth it, man. It is definitely worth it, and we may not see another Baldur's Gate game, and if we
for
in
years.
years, and if we do, it has to be done by Larian. These guys have set the benchmark for turn-based RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Period. The story is
Here.
the story is just so top notch too. Um, I think I've only found like maybe one or two small hints that I didn't like in the story so far, and that I was like, eh. But other than that, it is it is an epic video game.
Oh, without a doubt. With that, though, it is epic. Let's roll into something else pretty fucking epic. And
What's
something
that?
that I really like. Comic books.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to us, Jeff. We know you the
So-
dude.
I got back into comic books in late 2021, I think. And it's been an uphill climb. Like and I've never been much of a DC Marvel guy, although there were some stories that came out of 2023 that were like phenomenal from DC and Marvel, both of them related to zombies. Won't get into them too much, but I wanted to really focus on some stuff that people may not put attention on because it's not mainstream.
Right.
So with that, my first one I have on here is World Tree. It's from Image Comics, and it's based around the dark web. But not the dark web, what's behind the dark
The
web.
dark web.
Mm.
And it's been a good series so far. The first compendium should come out soon. Highly, highly recommend. Do a Power Bomb is another one from Image Comics, I believe. And it's exactly what it is. It's based about a wrestling family, a luchador family. For all the
Okay.
wrestling fans out there. 8 Billion Genies. I'm not really following this one, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. Void Rivals was one that they used to introduce Transformers. They did crossovers with Spawn, and also so did Philadelphia. Philadelphia is another one that I would highly recommend. 2022 we got The Last Ronin, which I showed y'all the book. Then 2023 gave us the Lost Years, which is what happened in between events that happened in The Last Ronin. 2024 is going to give us the next generation of The Last Ronin, and it's going to be the new Turtles, which is going to be pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Star Wars Dark Droids, has been phenomenal. Come out in 2023. Vader is a vicious motherfucker in this comic book. Vicious. I will put it like this. Vader sucked in another AI's. I think it was an artificial intelligence that was trying to take over human bodies. And Vader was like, "Oh, you want to come into here? You stuck with me, dude." And Vader is literally holding this droid's conscious within his own body with the Force.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. And it's fantastic. And then we got our homeboy Drew Moss, who brought us Gargoyles Dark Ages. He was the lead artist on that. That's been a good one. I'm not gonna lie, Dynamite Comics has been at a phenomenal year with everything they've done, from Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles. They got Disney villains rocking right now. So if you're a big fan of Disney villains, they got a whole comic book line for them. What's another one they're doing right now? Oh shit,
What's the publisher?
Dynamite Comics. Hit them up.
Dynamite.
Yep, Dynamite. Just like a regular stick of dynamite.
Okay.
Boom goes the dynamite.
And they are doing big things. Big.
Okay.
2023, to me, they come out the door swinging. and they haven't stopped. And then Transformers came out at the end of 2023 under Skybound and Image, as well as G.I. Joe, which they're going to be in a combined universe eventually. They're going to be coming together, as you've seen at the end of what was it?
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. Yes, thank you. And then so another one. If you're a fan of John Constantine and stuff like that, there's a book out called Damn Them All. It's John Constantine-esque, and it's phenomenal. Highly recommend. And then Ghost Rider had 3 iterations in 2023, from Danny Ketch to the original to the one that's in outer space. I can't remember his name.
There's one other one too. There's Danny. There's Johnny Blaze.
Yep.
There's the one that's in outer space, and I think that there's yet one more Spirit of Vengeance.
There is one more, but they the 3 primaries got big runs in 2023.
Okay.
We also got new editions of Aliens from Marvel, new editions of Predator in Marvel. The stories, it started out good, but I recently stopped it because the story was just getting out of hand. It took a left turn somewhere and it just couldn't correct itself. So I've recently stopped that one. However, in saying that, Predator versus Wolverine outstanding.
I saw a cover.
To Predator Wolverine?
Yes.
Phenomenal.
I was like, it's one of those things where I love comics because any kind of mashup can happen. Out of left field, and you're just like,
here's another one for you. I didn't list it. I should have. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong is currently out right now. And it is dope as hell. No lie. Dude, they had covers that had sound disc in them. You push the button on the cover and it sounded like King Kong, and the Godzilla version sounded like Godzilla.
Wow. Okay.
Dopest thing I've ever seen on a comic book. Had to buy them both.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a collector's item.
Dude.
That's a collector's item right there.
Thing. I was like, what? Because it came in a cellophane bag. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell is this? And Scott over at Atomic Comics was like, dude, it's a sound disc. You push it and it sounds like the character. I'm like, man, let me go ahead and get that.
Go ahead.
I've never seen that before.
That's what's up.
That's what I got for comic books. I mean, there's tons more. Spawn got spinoffs. Spawn has more spinoffs coming in 2024 with Rat City and a couple of others. Which Rat City is going to be the first ever female written, female drawn Spawn spinoff. So that's going to be pretty dope. But that's all I got for comic books. Y'all got anything for comic books?
Nah, like for me, I'm the Turtles dude, man. So like,
I know I got you on the last Ronin.
When they came up there, like, bro, Last Ronin, I was like, I got to get in because I mean, you just think about something as iconic as the Turtles, who are always a group of 4, and then there's one left because 3 died, and when you find out who the Last Ronin is, it's the last turtle that you think it would be. You know what I'm saying? You're just like,
oh no.
Of all of them, I thought.
So Michelangelo,
because he's the youngest, he's the most playful. He doesn't take shit seriously. I'm just like,
he's the Battle Nexus champion,
bro. So that's what I'm saying. You see, if you watch the shows and you follow him since the 80s, like he's Michelangelo is a party dude. You're just like, oh, he don't take shit seriously. You think it's like to me when they first announced Last
bad dude.
When I was like, it's Raph. Like just
I thought it was Leo.
It's like either Leo or Raph, either of those two.
The original concept art, which I have in my,
was Michelangelo.
No. The original concept art, when they approached the artist to do a concept for The Last Ronin,
Oh.
There's the primary turtle in the middle, but you don't see anything. You don't see his face. You don't see the color of his bandana.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you see the other 4 turtles. There's 4 more turtles, so you're like, what the hell? And when I was talking to the artist one of the artists that represents the artist that did the original cover for this, so he was like, yeah, so when they approached us, they were like, we don't want you to know who it is, but make us a concept art piece.
Wow.
And it's a phenomenal piece of art.
I got
I had it out, but I don't.
when
It's
it
in my
came
closet.
out, Eric Henson, who did one of the covers, was at Surprise Comics, like literally across the street from my house in Arizona. And I had him sign I don't know the dimensions of it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. The thing about it, it's just black and white, and the only color that shows is like the blood on the sword of the last Ronin turtle, right? So you don't know who it is. So, you go and you read the comic and you're just like, all right then. Let's see what you got, Mikey. Let's see what you got, my boy.
Yeah.
You got the squad on your back now. And throughout the comics, there are breaks where like he has delusions, or like just his brother's talking to him and he's talking, you know what I'm saying? And it's heavy. And me as a turtle fan, bro, it just like it was kind of hard reading it, because I'm just like, man, dude, like I can't imagine. And they show like the fights that Raph got in with Karai and all that other stuff that ended up with him passing. It's just like, fuck, man, they was getting my boys like this. Like, come on, man.
Look, if they would have had him going out any other way than fighting against Karai, or
talking about Raph,
yes,
yeah,
because Karai gets little to no love and not nearly the respect that she deserves.
Facts.
So I was like, okay, how the hell they gonna take out Wrath? Right? I was just waiting for that. And I kind of, when I read that, I nodded my head, took a little shot, and said,
take a little shot.
Because Ralph's my dude,
Yeah.
That's one of those it got me in a place,
Right.
Because
I'll tell you another thing that got me is when April picks him up, takes him. Well, am I fucking this shit up for people who haven't read the comics?
Yeah, if they ain't read, it's been out long enough.
It's been long enough. But like when you see April and you hear about the shit April went through, you're just like,
yes,
y'all motherfuckers got it rough in this motherfucker time and age, boy. Like, fuck.
So the next iteration of the Last Ronin, I forgot what the name of it's going to be, but it's April and Casey's daughter, who has basically become the new April. And then I think it's Donatello's kids, who are the next iterations, I think, of the Ninja Turtles, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
I haven't researched a whole lot into it, but I think from a comic book perspective, Donatello,
the last Ronin,
only one that had kids.
Yeah. The Last Ronin has me wanting to just start collecting the Turtles comics again. So just my love for, like, people don't understand, like 1989 Ninja Turtles, like me and my older brother, we were acting like I'm Leonardo and you're Raphael, and we would act out
the scenes.
The
whole show.
My little brother, man.
And my mom is sitting there like, would y'all just sit down somewhere? Stop acting like that was the phrase. Stop acting like the TV. She was like, just sit down. You ain't got to repeat the TV. The TV got volume. Sit down. And I'm just like, bro, me and my brother was like turtle heads. Like video, like the arcade came out.
Oh yeah.
We had paper routes. All the quarters went in that motherfucking machine. We beat it one time. We came back the next weekend. My mom's just like, why are y'all beat this already? I'm like,
don't matter.
We gotta go again.
What are you talking about? This Ninja Turtles. Like, what do you want us to play?
Hardest video game you ever played, though.
That's what quarter munchers was. Quarter munchers. You put a quarter in there, they gave you one life in this life bar, and a foot soldier punch you, 2 lines is leaving. You just like, God damn.
I need some pizza.
And one piece to be on the screen, and motherfucker, you had 2 people on the screen. Like, who needs it more? and the
Yeah.
motherfucker with more life accidentally get it, bro. Y'all got
Oh,
to fight
you
after
want to
this.
fight? You want to fight? Because you looking at him go, I don't have no more
You
quarters.
knew I needed that.
You mother.
But yeah, man. I Jeff, we still got to hit up Atomic Comics, so I can get my
Anytime you're ready,
hardcover,
brother.
so I can get my hardcover and start my turtle collection with
I'm not gonna lie. COVID saved the comic books.
It did.
In the
COVID did a
tabletop
lot.
games and the card
Okay.
games. COVID did. It was horrible. Don't get me wrong. COVID was like the worst fucking thing you can think of. But it saved the comic book industry. It turned it back into this billion-dollar industry again.
Yep.
Yeah,
So mad. Fucking sucked. I hated being stuck at home. But it completely transformed comic books.
that's good, man.
Props to COVID for that.
I saw a video. Somebody was complaining about how he hates how nerd culture has now become mainstream. So dude was pretty much gatekeeping. He was like, man, it sucks because they weren't there when you got teased for it and it was hard to get, and like you had to search to get this stuff, and that now it's just easily accessible everywhere. And a part of me kind of understood it, but at the same time, if I was in that struggle to where it was hard to get the stuff that I was trying to get after, or people were giving me a hard time for being after it, but now everybody likes, like, wouldn't that be the world you want to live in?
Dude, that's
It
the
is.
perfect world.
It is.
Here's what's great about that. Take action figures for instance. Todd McFarlane makes the DC universe stuff. I've seen like so many people, like they'll be at Target and you'll see them posting in the Todd McFarlane toy Facebook page like, hey, my Target has like 15 of these figures. Does anybody need one? And people are like, oh yeah. Hey, what's your cash out real quick? Let me get that for it. Let me send out. And these people will legit get figures for other people and actually send it to them. They're not trying to rob them. They're just trying to help a bro out, get a figure that they need.
That's legit.
And you don't
Yeah.
see that very often. Most people are like, oh yeah, man, $25, man, I got that. Yeah. And then you don't see that shit show up. So
Yeah.
there's some positivity, but don't gatekeep the fucking culture. Like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Well, that's because they that's kind of like they're turning nerd culture into Bloods and Crips. They like, we died for this shit. I have homies who died for this shit. It's real shit.
Marvel.
Nerds versus geeks
versus AEW. Like, come on, dude.
I understand what they mean and
we
what
got
they're
so
going
much
through.
of it because we didn't before.
Yes.
You think 10 years ago we would have a D&D movie?
Yes, we did. And it
was
sucked.
a long time ago, and it was not good, bro.
It sucked. And it.
Are you talking about that Vin Diesel movie?
No.
It was back in the 80s, bro. I remember it was done.
No, it wasn't in the 80s. It was in the early 2000s.
What was it?
It was it was called Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I never seen it.
Oh, with Marlon Wayans.
With Marlon Wayans.
Oh, yeah. Fuck no, I did see that.
There was one in the 80s though. I remember.
But
Like, I don't know if it was tied to Dungeons and Dragons, or was it like Gauntlet? Let me search.
I didn't realize that was like the same thing.
No, it was legit Dungeons and Dragons. It had Marlon Wayans in it, and I was.
No, I seen it. I went to the theater and seen it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
The dedication of you.
Another?
Bro, what are you doing? Are you going to sleep?
Huh?
Are you going to go to sleep? What are you doing?
No, my wife is the best.
Like, is she just like making them, or is she just like, hey, I want to go back to Starbucks? You want some more Starbucks?
Look, I don't know. You're the best around.
Yeah, no shit. Every time she enters the room, that should automatically play.
But it came out and it didn't do well, and it set the fantasy genre for movies back down. Now in the 80s, They did have a D. They had several D&D-esque movies, but they never had one that was D&D.
Yeah.
The one that you might be thinking of it was the Tom Hanks one, Mazes and Monsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what
That's
I
it.
just brought it up. I'm just like,
Yeah,
there it goes.
it's based off of a D&D. It's actually based off of a true story, which is really kind of crazy. But yeah, and that was during the whole big early rise of the D&D is for devils and Satan and all that stuff. But the Marlon Wayans D&D movie, and he wasn't even the lead, but he played Snails.
Yeah.
Bro,
There was some aspects of that really tapped into what D&D, some of the mechanics of D&D, but it sucked. I mean, it was horrible and it was bad. And we didn't get another movie until
Jeremy Irons was in it. I'm just like, man, he just wasted fucking.
Yes.
He just wasting Jeremy Irons in this bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it set us back and
It set us back.
That's
Yeah,
bad. You're saying it sit us back.
listen, I felt that and I was like, God, we'll never get another D&D movie again. Not a mainstream, because they had several part 2s and 3s to that movie series, that one of them was good. It was decent, but they were just, my God, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Nerd culture, for what we do and who we are, nerds, and I say geek culture, okay, to encompass everything, because nerds are good with math. I'm a geek. I can't stand math. But
I ain't mad at you.
but one of those things of it is growing up with it back then and seeing that, I understand where he's coming from, because a lot of us was underground with that shit. That's why I like Stranger Things. They actually showed that was my childhood in every step of the way. Going through that, and then they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and one of the greatest scenes that I had, watching that show, was them fighting Vecna and all that stuff. But we were underground and we weren't liked. People picked at us. I was a black kid playing Dungeons and Dragons in the 80s.
Double whammy.
Exactly. We the thugs and gangsters that lived around my neighborhood, they'd be like, "What y'all doing in there?" They'd be like, "Nothing." Hiding this shit, because
Put your dice away.
Rolling a big ass dice.
Yeah, you get your ass beat, for being weird. Stop playing that Kenny shit. But it's one of those things. So I understand what he means, by he hates that it's cool for everybody. Where were you guys when it wasn't cool in the end thing? But again, like you, Matt,
Yeah,
and Jeff, is where we always wanted the world to be. We like, hey, y'all need to come over and see how dope this shit is.
Yep.
This
Right.
shit is dope. It's great. It's cool. Come join us.
I mean, even if it's not your bag, like don't shit on it.
Don't shit on it.
Definitely
Yeah.
don't shit on it.
And I think that's where we're at, is like, not only is it popular now, but now it's acceptable. Like, you see grown people playing fucking a Yu-Gi-Oh or a Magic the Gathering. Like,
Dude, you see Henry
Ain't
Cavill
nobody-
playing fucking Warhammer.
Yes. That's
You wanna tell
ridiculous.
fucking Superman he's a fucking nerd? Good luck, dude.
right.
And that's just
It-
it. You're
it-
seeing a lot of stars playing it, and everybody's like,
Dude.
"Oh, that's cool."
One of my
and then-
favorite
and then-
YouTube channels is what's his
What?
name? He was the werewolf in True
Joe
Blood.
Magliano.
Yeah.
Magliano.
His celebrity D&D games
Yep.
are like phenomenal. If you look it up on YouTube, we're talking the Big Show. See who else, man. It's like the who's who of celebrities are in his basement playing D&D
Mhm.
in his D&D lair. Like his entire basement is D&D lair
Yeah.
with full up sets and everything. Like, it is ridiculous.
And this
Before
dude was married to Sophia.
Sophia,
So,
I
Sophia
know.
Vergara.
she
Yes.
talked so much trash about it. She's like, he's a big nerd.
Hey,
Yeah.
it is what it is. He's smashing.
Yep.
He was
Let him
smashing.
smash.
You bringing him sandwiches in the basement while he playing D&D with the homies.
He a nerd, but you letting him smash. You getting that nerd? No, I'm
What was funny is when I was at Shaw, there was one of my airmen. He was getting picked on because he was talking openly about Dungeons and Dragons and all this stuff. And they were like, they were giving him what for? I mean, just letting him have it. And he goes, "Y'all don't pick on Sergeant Gibbons. Sergeant Gibbons is the biggest nerd I know." And I said, "Yeah, but I'll beat the ass." And he's sitting up there like, he's like,
yours.
"Well, that's true." And they're like, "Yeah, we ain't gonna fuck with Sergeant Gibbons." But it's one of those things. I love the way that it's come full circle.
yeah.
You
You know
know,
what? That's a whole nother show. We could do a whole show on that shit.
we sure can.
And I think we will later.
Rise of the nerds, rise of the geek.
I'll throw the link of that video that I saw in the group, and you know, we'll discuss. But I just thought it was weird. This dude was just like, "Nah, it's not cool," because y'all weren't, you weren't in the gym shooting with me. You wasn't there when shit was tough for us, and now everybody just want to jump in on it. Like, I think that's what you want, right?
It is.
You want this culture to be more accessible and more accepting, because now your community of people you can talk to and interact with has grown. It's not a secret society anymore. But that's neither here nor there. Like Jeff said, we'll talk about it later.
Mac, what you got coming up, man?
Tomorrow we got episode 126 of the Smoke Pit, and ladies and gentlemen, the dynamic duo will be reunited. My partner in crime, Black.
It feels so good. That's all I got on it.
Yeah, he hit that hard ass snap. He was feeling it, but
I was waiting for you. Who's supposed to take over?
Then Bread Like a King made his coming. Kaylee is back, and we'll be back at it with Smoke Pit episode 126 tomorrow. That'll be on Patreon, and then it'll be released everywhere Monday. So if you're not a Patreon member, time to sign up. If not, catch us Monday. And then also Monday evening, 8 Eastern. Make It Make Sense. The DFP and Patreon exclusive will get its first episode of 2024. It's a rebranding of the I Said What I Said. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, I think while we were doing our podcast, episode 61 of No Gimmicks just dropped. Well, the newest episode of No Gimmicks.
So we should
have. So check that out wherever you get your podcast at. Outside of that, that's all I got. What's the future looking like for USDN, Jeff?
I will be back next week. I don't know what day yet. I don't know with who yet, but I am probably 3/4 of the way through on a script for Echo. So we're going to come back with some Echo action, and we're going to hit that one hard. I'm really going to tear into the difference between the comic books and the TV show.
Okay.
So we're going to hit that one hard either next week, hoping next week, fingers crossed next week. We'll see what's going on, see who else has shows planned for the upcoming week, and then I'll schedule around them on that one. Other than that, Gibbs, you got anything coming up? Comic Wars? Anything?
Shout out to Comic Wars, G2, Gerard.
Yay.
Check
them out on YouTube, by the way. All this episodes on YouTube, Comic Wars. Look it up.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. This sometime this year, I'm not gonna say when.
Don't you?
I'm gonna delve through some stacks, and I'll give you guys some lost episodes of Comic Wars. There's still some that there's very few that didn't air.
Was that a Comic Wars scoop?
That I'm not promising anything, but
that's a scoop. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
Ladies and gentlemen, Let's go ahead and drop that.
But I what I've got coming up next is your boy Gibbs will be doing a lot. I have a couple competitions coming up for
Some
barbecue.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
speaking my language.
This yeah, it's my first official barbecue competition will what? February 23rd, she is telling me. But I'm getting yeah.
Chantel, come through for your boy. Let him know.
But
Where's it gonna be at?
it's going to be at the Dilly Dally and Dooley. That's what it's called.
Dilly Dally and Dooley.
Yes,
That's not the whitest thing I've ever heard.
My guy.
it's where they
What do you what meats are you smoking?
okay.
Meats
So
is-
with the GBA, we do 3 categories, and it's
I'm hungry.
pork
as fuck.
loin, pork shoulder, and ribs.
Ooh, now. Ooh,
And on my LSS, that's the name of my
Cowboys
barbecue
spread
team. Is Let's Smoke Something
Okay.
barbecue, and I'll be dropping some more pictures and some more stuff from my practice cooks, and then next month be on the lookout for me placing and hopefully winning.
There you
Getting a first in the category. But at this point, with it being my first, if I get a holla, which is 10 on down, I'm going to be happy.
Okay.
That's what's up. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for everybody tuning in. I don't remember what episode I'm on anymore. So with that,
We'll figure it out.
stay tuned. Watch for the update. I'm going to be dropping that here soon. On behalf of myself and the Council of Nerds, this podcast is USDN approved. We out.
It's a trap!